Is up, everybody? Welcome here. Thank you so much for coming to a very special Unite Mike's presentation, I guess we'll call it. It's not scripted, though. Don't get that impression. We're going to make all of this up for sure. What's up, everybody? My name is Zoinks here on Unite Mike's. We are going to be playing for the holiday season, the Halloween holiday season, Kids on Bikes one-shot. Now, if you don't know what that is or anything, do not worry. I will explain it all in due time. But first, I have to introduce the guests I have playing here today with me. If you're new to the channel, you may not know some of these faces, so why don't we do a quick roundabout? Don't introduce your characters yet. We'll get to that in just a second. But who are you? Doobsnax, you're in my top left. Introduce yourself first.
Doobsnax today on Unite Mike's. Bridget, is that a Cincinnati Bengals jersey?
Yeah, called out.
Are you from the Cincinnati area?
I am.
I live in Northern Kentucky. Wild. Okay. Fun way to learn
Wow.
that. Yeah. All right. Okay. There you go.
Wow, we're becoming best friends already. I'm so
Kids
happy.
on bikes,
Yeah,
baby.
wow, easy.
Awesome. Curly, why don't you introduce yourself next?
Hi, I'm Curly. I make content for Unite. I stream a lot. Yeah, that's me.
Absolutely. You're absolutely wild if you haven't seen a CurlieQ stream yet. Make sure you get in there, see the top tier Mammo gameplay. I always, that's what I'm there for. Bridget, introduce yourself as well.
I'm Bridget. I like to stream Unite. I like to play Unite. Mostly support. That's pretty much it.
Yes. Awesome. Sneaky Seal. I think you're muted, but you...
Start. Oops, sorry, I was. I was trying to. I play Unite. I play a bunch of things. Everything that's popular. You know, I try to play it and get good at it. But yeah, and I've been on a few times, so I think
That is true. Yeah, you're up there for the most returning guest ever on Overdunked, and so that is a number you have been fighting to keep. I don't know if we're gonna count this visit, but you'll definitely have to keep fighting for your record. Spragels, introduce yourself to all of those people living under a rock that might not know who you are yet.
Hi, my name's Jake. I make a lot of content for Pokemon Unite. I stream it and I play it, and I'm here now.
Awesome. Well, I love that I've gathered so many great Unite players and content creators, but unfortunately, to break it to all of you, we are not playing Unite together. This is not a cracked 6-stack or 5-stack and me coaching. Instead, we are going to be playing a role-playing game called Kids on Bikes. Now, we're kind of a mixture of folks here. We have some people who is their first time playing a role-playing game ever. We have some people who have grown up playing these style of games and have played a ton, but none of them have played Kids on Bikes before. And if you're listening and you've never seen this game at all, it's a really fun role-playing game where we're going to be playing characters who are kids or teenagers in the world of the US in the 1980s. Very retro and fun. This is going to be kind of emulating shows like Stranger Things or It or Seven, the movie, and things like that. So we're going to be playing some spooky fun times for holiday celebrations. But in essence, I'm going to be your game master, a little bit of the narrator and storyteller. They are going to be players playing an individual character. We're all going to work together to tell a fun story in the next couple of hours. And that's pretty much it. So why don't next we introduce your individual characters to everybody who is listening. So just say who you are, how old you are, and what your greatest fear is. Doobsnax, what character are you playing tonight?
I am playing Chauncey, 10 years old, and his biggest fear is getting an F in class.
Okay, perfect. I love it. Awesome. Curly, why don't you go next to introduce your character?
I'm Carly. I am 16 years old. I believe I'm actually the oldest of the group. And my biggest fear is failure.
Okay, perfect. I love it. Next up, we have Bridget. What character are you going to be playing?
I'm gonna be playing Brent Clearwater. I'm 10 years old, and my biggest fear is spiders.
Oh, I like that. Very tangible compared to these two's maybe more esoteric,
Yeah.
esoteric
Very
fears.
abstract.
Yeah. I still like it a lot. Sneaky Seal, what character are you playing?
I am playing Alec Thompson, and I have a dog, a golden retriever named Montana.
Ooh, okay. I love it. A golden retriever is a great dog choice. I like that one a lot.
It's a classic.
It is true.
Family dog.
Yes,
Sneaky, I
Montana
missed it.
is making a lot of people.
How was your character, Sneaky? I missed it.
Oh, I'm like 10. I'm just like I should be friends with all of you. I think.
Should be. We'll see.
So he's a bit of. How much are we supposed to say? Not that much.
You can say a bit more if you'd
Name,
like.
age, fear, and you've got a
Fear. Yes, fear is growing up. He's a little scared of growing up because they're like 10 and it's getting close to like middle school, and some of the middle schoolers are maybe a little scary.
Yeah, growing
That
up
Peter
scary.
Pan syndrome going.
It's true. Spragels, what character are you playing?
I'm playing George French. I am 10 years old. I'm afraid of ghosts. And was that it? Those are all the things?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yes, so George French, the rich kid in town, you're gonna be
Right.
afraid of.
I'm very
ghosts.
rich.
Yes.
But
You're
when you live in
special.
the huge haunted mansion on the hill that the rich people live in. sense.
I love that. Okay, so before we get into the actual story of our game, there's a few more questions I need to ask all of you to try to build the small town that we're going to be living in. So we decided before we started to play it, we're going to be playing in the Pacific Northwest, some small town in a rural part of Oregon. Now, does anybody have a town that jumps to mind that they want to name this place? Maybe a town or a neighborhood that you had a huge rivalry with in school that you like can't stand this place? Anything like that from any of you?
Grimsby. Can we call it Grimsby?
Absolutely.
That's the street I grew up on. Okay.
Oh, okay. Grimsbeak is where you grew up on?
No, B. Like B.
Like
Grimsby.
B as in the buzz. Okay, Grimsby. Grimsby, Oregon is a perfect setting for a horror. I love it. Okay, wonderful. So doobsnax, I'm gonna ask you first then. What is the industry our town is best known for?
The lumber mill.
Okay, got you. There's a huge lumber mill that produces much wood. I love that. I'll ask you, Spraggle, since you're the rich one. Economically, how's our town doing? Are we prospering? Is it a little on the poor end? Are we kind of middle class? Where would you classify this town to be? Other than you, who's rolling in money.
Yeah, we're doing great. I think this town is actually doing fine, but it's all held together by my family. It's
Okay.
one of those towns. It's very kind of connected like that.
Sure. Okay, I love that. Sneaky Seal, what is a notable local organization in town?
Like a
Like a club or a committee?
Okay.
Is there a very powerful committee outside of the normal government? Things like that?
my mom is a part of a mom's group that's like doing the classic anti like Dungeons and Dragons is the devil type. stuff.
Mom's against monsters. Mom.
Yeah, moms. Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Perfect.
that is a popular group.
Okay, Mums Against Monsters is a big group right now, so that's a rough one to deal with. CurlieQ, what is a like famous landmark in our town? Do we have the world's biggest something somewhere in town?
We have the world's best ice cream.
Wow, okay, I like that. The world's best ice cream in town. That is amazing.
Tillamook.
Bridget, what is the name of our high school sports mascot?
Ooh, I kind of wanted this one. I want it to be the kittens.
Okay, great. So this is the
you.
Grimsby Kittens go to battle. Amazing. What does our logo look like? Like, is it just a really cute kitten, or did they try to make it look fierce in any way?
It can be a little mean. It can
Okay.
have some teeth. Yeah.
Sure, but not like ferocious, just like a little
Yeah, but
mean.
like little. Yeah.
Yeah, it's clearly a kitten. Okay,
Yes.
I love that. All right, wonderful. We have our town of Grimsby. A town that is on the edge of collapse, if not for the French family, that is famous for their incredible ice cream. However, there is a group of moms that are coming down hard on everything monsters and things like that. The year is 1986 that we're going to be playing in. And one more question for all of you. What is one rumor that is circulating town right now? Doobsnax, we'll start with you.
The reason the ice cream is so good is because it uses the blood of children.
Okay, ice cream enhanced by the blood of children. I like that. Well, I don't, I like it. That's fine. Ice cream enhanced by kid blood. Wonderful. CurlieQ, do you have any idea of a rumor that is currently going around town?
rumor has it that George's family is actually profiting off of this blood-enhanced ice cream.
Oh no! French family blood farm? Question mark? Uh-oh.
We have our fingers in a lot of pockets.
Sure.
It's true that we're making money in a lot of ways.
I love that 10-year-old George doesn't know anything, but definitely explains it off like he does. That's great. That's great. Bridget, any rumor going around town right now?
I've heard that Alex Dog Montana is immortal. That's just what I've heard.
Wow. I love that. Okay, Alex Dog
Man,
Montana is
Montana
immortal.
getting some hard plot armor early.
Just
That
like
was
he can't die.
incredible. Bridget Protective, I like it. Sneaky Seal, what is a rumor going around town right now?
My sister Ashley is going to throw the biggest Halloween party. She is an older high school girl, and
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow, okay. Alex's big sister is going to throw the biggest party of all time. Love that. And then, doobsnax, one more rumor that is going around town. Or did I ask you already? I'm sorry, Spragels.
Spraggles.
Spragels, what is your rumor?
Mine will be a little more broad. It's everyone in town really doesn't think hot sauce is hot. They think it's all in your head.
Okay, got it. Very pro ice cream, very not pro hot. Anything spice.
That's
Not- we're
fine.
not
That's
there
fine.
for
That's
it.
fine. Nothing feels hot because everybody's eating that good ice cream. You know that
That's
balance.
cream, baby.
Can I get everybody's character names again? Sneaky's, what's yours?
I'm Alec Thompson, ALEC.
Bridget.
I'm Brent.
ENT.
Yeah.
Curly.
I'm Carly.
Criminal, you didn't make it CurlieQ. Like, it's just Carly. When Carly eventually grows up to be a streamer, she just becomes CurlieQ. We all know the path of this 16-year-old character.
Exactly.
it. And then Spragels is
I am
George.
George.
Perfect.
George.
French.
And doobsnax, for everyone listening, you are Chauncey.
Chauncey.
Today.
I'm going to be actualing a lot of people as the 10-year-old Brainiac.
Actually.
Yes.
You're the
Zor.
facts kid. I love it.
I'm gonna like, I've read too many books, but I don't know any knowledge, so I'm just like kind of ignorant saying stuff that may or may not be true about any given moment. That's kind of what I'm gonna go for here.
Sure.
Like,
Okay.
he's 10. He's 10. How smart can he be?
So true.
Can't be smart.
Can't. Impossible.
I mean, I'm gonna say slightly smarter than me at 10, which was very dumb. So
The
here we go.
internet not even really around, you know, at this point in time. Okay, so I want to give just a quick little intro to 1986 right now of, you know, Billboard movies and things like that. The New York Mets just won the World Series against the Boston Red Sox recently, for all you know, sport heads who are really into that. Let's do 1986 October movies. Oh, wow. Okay, so we got The Color of Money, Children of Alaska. We don't have, it's not an amazing week for movies for sure. But we have a few classics included. From Beyond in that month as well. So some good ones for sure. Do your own research on 1986. I can't do it quickly. I'm sorry. Get in your own setting. But
I think we're still just watching. We're going to see Star Wars still.
sure, yeah, everyone has just decided that Star Wars is the best film, and we're just gonna keep on going. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so let's jump into Halloween night in 1986. Now, we head into the town of Grimsby, a smaller town for sure, but is honestly dwarfed by the gigantic logging mill that is just right outside of town. When it's working, if you get close to it, it can honestly be hard to walk past without sneezing, thanks to all the constant sawdust and smoke and even just natural dust being kicked up constantly as it waves into town in a huge amount. But today, still you have folks going everywhere across town. Everyone is dressed up to the nines in costume because it is Halloween night, of course. There are a surprising lack of monster costumes in town, at least with the younger children who are with their moms. Even if their mother is not a part of the Mums Against Monsters group, it is still a little weird to wear it. You're gonna get a lot of looks. So instead, we got a lot of little superheroes running around, a lot of children's cartoon characters and things like that. But the 5 of you are finding yourself instead, I'm gonna say, over at George French's house. It is a gorgeous, large house, and Carly, you have been designated as the babysitter for tonight. Now, Carly, first off, I need to ask you a question. Why are you not at Alec's older sister gigantic party that's going on just down the street? Why did you take this babysitting job instead?
Well, I am way, way too focused on getting good grades and being a good student in high school so I can please my parents and not let them down.
Okay,
So-
sure.
I don't have a lot of friends. I do not have a lot of friends, and I wasn't invited to the Halloween party.
Oh, that's a no invite? That one hurts. That one
No
hurts for
invite.
sure. Okay, well, to the 4 rambunctious boys that you are babysitting, what are the 4 of you doing just after an evening of trick-or-treating? I'd say your hall is pretty decent. You're in the nicer part of the neighborhood, thanks to French's house being utilized. What are the 4 of you doing down in, let's say, the basement right now, as Carly is off in a corner working on some homework? What are the 4 of you all doing?
This
was
is
gonna-
post
Oh,
Halloween
go.
or post trick or treating.
Yeah, you guys are back at trick-or-treating. It's probably around 9 p.m. at this point.
So I was gonna kind of show you guys something, and I didn't want you to freak out, but it's Halloween and everything, and I know none of the moms are around. I've got Dungeons and Dragons. Don't be mad.
Well, as somebody that that's into dice and numbers, well, let's use the dice instead of playing Dungeons and Dragons. Let's use it to count out how much candy we have, and then whoever rolls the highest can actually just take a piece of candy from the other person, and we just do that until somebody has all the candy.
Kinda. It sounds kind of complicated.
No, it's very actually it's very simple.
And you'll see Alec is wearing his Luke Skywalker costume. He loves the other movies, and he has a crappy lightsaber.
Okay.
And he goes, how about Brent? Can I just have some of your Skittles? I don't really like chocolate. Do you want to trade?
Yeah, I'm down. I don't like the
Awesome.
fruity ones.
Good. And
Okay.
he hands you.
Jocks hate fruit flavor.
And he goes.
Facts.
I also got this like strangely like it says hot sauce candy, but I didn't think it was that hot.
Hot sauce isn't hot.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, it depends how much of the town's ice cream you had today. Because if you had a lot of ice cream, the residual lactose is sitting on your tongue, and it's now negating the fact that it might be spicy.
Chauncey, is there any way, I see you have a 3 Musketeers. Can I give you like $1,100 for it?
I
really
think.
enjoy it.
Hold on. Little like was it a wristwatch calculator? Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that makes sense. I will do that.
All right,
Okay.
here you are.
Wonderful.
Carly is
I have like $1,100.
Carly is $1,100 a lot of money.
Yes, Alec. That is actually probably how much your parents are paying in rent.
Oh God. Maybe double if it's for 86.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I just want to do a point of order since Alec is wearing a Luke Skywalker outfit. Chauncey is wearing an astronaut outfit where the helmet like stays stationary, so when he looks, he's kind of like looking into the side of it. So he's like the real space guy.
Of course.
Like-
Of course.
Alec is
Oh.
the fake space guy. Chauncey's the real space guy.
Okay, sure.
Wow.
You have imaginary Jedi space guy. All right, fair enough. Well, I have to ask now, Brent, what does your costume look like?
I wish I knew a relevant sports player, but you mentioned
Sure.
one earlier, so maybe one of them.
Okay, okay. Baseball, is that one of your things?
I was thinking baseball for sure.
Okay, cool. I think every day, every Halloween, you just wear a slightly different jersey than you normally do.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
It doesn't even
And
really
then-
look like a costume.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's Oregon too, and like it's gonna be cold. It's the north, so it's classic sports player with jacket underneath.
Yeah.
Spragels, what is George's costume?
I'm a transformer, which I'm finding out was around during that time. It's really nice. It's incredible. I'm the character Prowl. I'm a really good-looking Prowl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
He
dig
was a
that up,
motorcycle, right? I think he was a motorcycle.
Yes, indeed. It's gotta be at this point.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, wonderful. So you have, I love, they have just terrible taped on space helmet on doobsnax, and then Spriggles has like full on like motorized pieces in his costume. Just illustrious. I'm a big fan.
Well, did you know that on spaceships they actually use aluminum foil? So I mean that's fancy, but mine's practical.
Sure.
Pretty cool.
George, talk to me. What does your mansion look like from the outside?
From the outside, it's really, really nice. It's this weird kind of mansion where the closer and closer you get, the spookier and spookier it gets. But when you're far away outside the gates, it just looks really nice. But as you get closer, it just feels like things get eerier. It's something that always bothers me.
I like how none of us had any problems going to it then.
No.
Sounds fun.
I mean, maybe a few of you did have a little revenge. I think that's classic of the French mansion. No one can really remember when it's built. Honestly, a lot of people claim the house was here before the town even spread it up. Or rather, the house has roots that the town grew from, is maybe how some would describe it. When you walk in through the gate, which is a wrought iron gate with a little bit of rust, but somehow still works, and a doorman who operates it, who looks older than the town of Grimsby itself, always opens it up and waves you through whenever you enter into George French's home. You're right, it does get creepier as you walk in. Maybe it's how the trees almost seem to reach towards you as you're walking in, but you look back and they were just always there. It's tough to tell. Could be how you've committed to oil lanterns around the house all the time that seem to flicker in strange shadowy patterns across your home. Who knows? There's just a lot of things that make this place creepy. For some reason, you've leaned into it. Now,
There's something weird about it. The square footage feels like it keeps changing. And we have people out here measuring all the time, and the rooms are changing size. I don't know what to do with that.
I don't know what to do
That's
with
something
that.
my dad's going to deal with, but he's never home.
Wonderful. Okay, so yeah, your dad never home. Always at work. Your mother, really into the party scene, at least that what that Grimsby can provide, is always going to be hosting some kind of gala or party upstairs in your hall. And of course, tonight there is an adults Halloween party going up in the ballroom of your mansion right now. Does your mother ever come down to check on you when you're with your friends in your mansion?
No, but I mean, there are kind of some supplies in here, like alcohol and stuff. So she'll kind of walk by and grab that and say, "Hi, honey," and stuff like that.
Okay, sure. With a wave over her shoulder and grab whatever you need. Okay, sounds good. Wonderful. As you are all sitting there, your mother makes probably her once a night appearance near the bottom of the stairs. She walks in, and the way she walks into the room is a little strange. She seems to be kind of stumbling, but maybe not in a more normal way that you're used to. As you walk, she seems a little like her eyes are slightly glazed over. And she waves to you and to the entire group of children in her basement and says, "Hi, honey." And grabs a couple of bottles out of a locker and locks it back up with a small key and starts heading up the stairs and says, "The ice cream is really good tonight if any of you want to partake." And kind of walks up the stairs a little casually. She definitely has been having a lot more ice cream than usual.
That while she was doing that, I've kind of been like posing very big as Prowl because I've been covering the D&D set I brought out. She's obviously a member of Moms. And I'm like,
Of course.
That was close.
Everyone's
close.
size.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Yeah, you all breathe out a large sigh of relief. But All right, as you all head to the D&D table, there's 4 miniature figurines on them for each of the kids to play with, and you even find a 5th one if you do want to invite your babysitter to play along. What characters do you all grab?
Half-orc barbarian.
Okay, great, a half-orc barbarian. What does George grab?
Half-orc warrior.
Okay, great, half-orc warrior. One's got a stick, one's got a sword. Clearly, just a slightly more wealthy half-orc. Great, Alec, what is your character grabbing?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Alec would grab some sort of like magic user.
Okay, a wizard
whatever
of some
wizard
sort.
is there? Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. I like it. Brent, what character are you grabbing? A warrior, a knight, a elf,
They're like-
archer?
Is a big guy like a bard, or am I just totally wrong?
They are usually
Art
musicians.
plays music.
Okay. Maybe like, what are the options again?
You want to just be a big knight?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So you grab a
Huge.
big dude. Yeah, just so much bigger than everybody else.
Yeah, yeah.
Somehow, for sure. All right, and do you all invite Carly to the table to come play your board game with you?
Do you think she'll
Yeah.
tell on us if we bring her over?
I mean, she's gonna probably see us doing this.
Hey guys, she's literally watching us right
Guys.
now.
Okay,
Hold
I
on.
will give you each an extra piece of candy if you let me join your D&D game.
Let's group huddle.
I love the reveal that Carly is just a huge nerd in D&D
I-
as well.
I have done the math, and based
Mhm.
on previous transactions between myself and Georgie, we need to get $4,400 instead of the 4 pieces of candy. That makes sense. Georgie, you know money. That makes sense.
Look, we could ask her for money, but at the same time, if you need $4,400, I can get $4,400.
I need $4,400. Let's play candy.
You're in, but just know that this cost me almost $5,000.
Amazing. Okay, great. Yeah, you pull out I don't know, do you just have wads of cash on you at this point in time?
Yeah, a lot of them are in bands. I mean, I've got a pretty big costume on.
Sure.
Is
Yeah,
that
you're
is
just
that what?
pulling them.
That's the fluff in your costume that like it's built out of. Yeah.
He just
Yeah.
bills
Mm.
through
Actually,
it.
funny.
Money. Amazing. Okay, well, needless to say, all of you gather around the table and start playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons, mystery and magic, whatever happens. The entire time, all of you are feeling exhilarating. This is not allowed. You're breaking the rules, but also you're having fun, which is the best kind of breaking the rules, which is very, very exciting. However, at one point in your game, you roll the die and your hearts stop because you hear a voice very shrill from upstairs let out a horrific scream.
According to my calculations, something must be going on upstairs.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes my parents are yelling at each other just like anybody, but nothing like that.
Yeah,
Should we
when
keep playing?
when the 49ers are losing, my dad yells like that too. But or I look to Carly. Was that you're like the oldest? If you're actually like worried, the scream was like really bad or like.
Oh yeah, like almost you kind of wince when you hear it. It was how loud it was.
Maybe we should all go upstairs and take a look.
How about nose goes?
Oh, I think it was Chauncey. I think Chauncey was last.
Yeah, Chauncey, that's you, dog.
Well, guys, actually, my hands got stuck in my pocket, so the resistance from my pocket and the wind that tripped me up, and I just couldn't get to my notes fast enough. So I think we need to do over. Can we do a do-over?
Cut to Chauncey crawling up the stairs as everyone's pushing him up. Oh, there 4 people are like pushing him up
And
the
watch
stairs.
out for the knights in the armor. They keep falling over, and the swords get right next to your head.
You have knights on the.
This is the best mansion I've ever heard. It's a Mario Kart track. It's amazing.
Yeah, is this just Bowser's castle? With
Yeah, that's exactly what I think it is. But amazing. Okay, so Chauncey, you start climbing up the stairs, and as you do, it's pretty standard. You've been to French's house or George French's house maybe once, twice before. You know they are the Mustard Kings. It is a spooky mansion, but it's also weirdly mustard themed in a lot of ways. Like, we got a lot of posters of French mustard. End of list. I can't think of any mustard themed decorations.
You guys have a Colonel Mustard?
Yes.
Some of my family did serve, but I don't know what their ranks were.
Wasn't that a character from the game
It's
Clue?
from Clue.
It
Yeah.
is, yes. Well, all that was in character, by the way. Carly's like, I'm pretty sure that was a board game character. Amazing. Chauncey, you climb the stairs. And as you get up to the very top, very kid, as you grab with both hands and lift and peek, and just so you can barely see above, and your glasses are fogging up because your breath is hitting the stairs right in front of you. And always, it's really eerily cold in the French mansion for some reason as well. Always strange. But as you look up and you look into the ballroom where the adults were having their, dance party and things like that, for some reason, all of the adults are crawling around on their hands and knees.
How many times can I use insight?
You can use insight as many as you want, but you have to spend an adversity token every time. So for those of you who are listening, or the first time ever hearing a game called Kids on Bikes, anytime I ask them to make a check, they got to roll some dice. If they fail on that dice roll, I give them an adversity token. And you can always spend adversity tokens to reroll dice, or use their special ability. Doobsnax, your character has a special ability, Intuitive. You can spend it. You can spend a adversity token to gather some information about your surroundings, and I always have to answer honestly.
So I will do that. I will use my adversity token.
Okay, cool.
Do we start with one?
You all start with 1. Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
So I'm down to 0 adversity tokens, and I want to know if just from peeking over and looking without making myself too well known to all the parents crawling around, if I can see exactly why they're crawling around. Are they searching for something? Are they, acting like dogs? Do they look like they don't have their mental wits about them? If I can get any information as to why they might be on all fours crawling around.
The best thing you can guess is that they are searching for something, mostly because they're spreading out kind of across the room, definitely, and touching the ground slowly. It's almost as if they can't see or anything like that for some reason. However, you notice that they are very aggressively sniffing with their noses, as if that is what this, as if that is the sense that they are relying on to try to move about the room.
Okay, I think that's enough for Chauncey. I think Chauncey's gonna go back downstairs.
Okay, sure.
Chauncey goes back downstairs and he wipes his glasses. Well, from what I can tell, all the parents are searching for something, and I think it's something really important, maybe like a piece of jewelry or a really good piece of candy, but they're smelling for it, and it's weird. And I think they're dogs, and I'm scared.
Oh. Well, if
About,
it's that kind of party, we might need to give them time. I don't know what's going on. Are they wearing masks?
Are they wearing?
They were not. Yeah, they were not wearing masks.
Well, they were not wearing masks, but some of them were pretty ugly.
All right,
Normally,
fair enough.
adults play really weird games at these kind of parties, so maybe they were just playing a game.
Yeah, I think last time we were here, they were. Most of them ended up on the floor anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, did you see what screamed?
No. I think someone screamed because they lost something, probably a good piece of candy, or doing some of the other nefarious things that you guys are alluding to. And I know. I've read National Geographic. I know. And I think they're looking for it, but they're using their noses like they're dogs, but they're not dogs. They're humans because I saw that.
All right, I don't know
like
what to say about this. I don't even understand what Chauncey's talking about, and it's kind of making me so freaking mad. Brent, sorry. Carly, can Brent and I go up there and see what's going on? Because none of this makes sense, and I need someone to protect me, like Brent.
I will pay you a salary of $4,500.
I'll walk first.
Yeah, you guys go take a look and see if what Chansey is saying makes any sense.
It's probably just a game.
It's just a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so the two of you start going up the stairs, leaving Carly, Chauncey, and Alec, and of course Montana, downstairs right now. How's Montana doing right now, by the way?
Montana's here? Yeah, okay, sorry, I thought he was yeah, he's with me. In any of the downtime, I'm just hanging out with him. He has a ball and he's got it in his mouth, and he like kind of just leaves it in his mouth like this and lays down. And he kind of looks like an alligator.
Okay, unfazed by the screaming and everything like that. Okay, wonderful. All right, so you're just chilling, all three of you down there. The two of you head upstairs. Brent and George, you start moving up very cautiously, but powerfully. When we cut away from you, the three of you that are remaining downstairs, all of a sudden, Montana starts growling, like way more aggressive than you have ever heard this dog do. Starts growling and growling, pointed towards a door that leads down into the cellar, the basement of the basement.
I instantly pull out my lightsaber. And I have it here. I have
oh my god,
Luke's lightsaber, and I am. What, do we hear anything at the door?
You start hearing creaks as if someone is walking up the stairs out of the cellar.
Is anyone more brave than me?
Alec, I just want to tell you that lightsabers aren't real. Okay, good luck.
No, it is totally. And while I'm fighting, like can I make some sort of check to see if I'm brave enough to run and lock the door before someone?
Absolutely. So that is actually called a grit check.
Oh,
so if you want to roll for grit, absolutely go ahead. I'm gonna say this is relatively easy. I need a 5 total from you.
Okay, so wait, I gotta have this up on a second page. Okay.
Sure.
Oh my god, the first roll, I'm scared.
No,
I don't like these. So grit, I have 1, so that means I roll 2d6.
You roll 1d6 and
oh god.
And you gotta get
okay. Nice dice. 5.
You did? You got a 5?
No. I need to get a 5. That's a 3.
Ooh.
So
you
I
could spend an
over-
adversity token to reroll.
Now let's see what happens.
Okay. All right. Well, this is what happens. You still run over to the door, but at that last second, it starts to creak open, and you lose all wits. You screech double feet onto the ground, pull up your lightsaber as the door starts to open, and a slimy, disgusting, maybe 8-inch fingered hand reaches and crawls itself around the edge of the door and starts to creak it open. Chauncey, Carly, what do you two do as you see this young boy has just run up to this door?
Chauncey is hiding behind Carly 100%.
Okay.
Like, there's no question about it. That is a one humanoid hand with normal-sized fingers, but they are just with abnormally long fingers, but there's the same number of fingers as a normal human. Carly!
Charge at the door and slam it shut and slam its fingers and
Ooh, heck yeah.
lock the door!
Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
That's awesome. Okay, I love that. I'm going to need, I think this is probably a I'll say a fight check. I think you're rolling fight here. Oh, well, it could be your choice. Do you want to roll fight or do you want to roll brawn? What's your higher one?
Fight.
Fight? Okay, yeah, roll fight. Run up and punch that freaking door.
Okay.
I want a 6 for this one to hold back the whatever monster is here.
Oh gosh. Okay. Wait, it dropped in my lap. It's a 5.
Oh, so close. Not quite. Carly, you rush up to the door and put both your hands on it and try to push back, but it's too much because not 1, not 2, but 6 hands have started to wrap themselves around this door and are creaking it back, and it's too much, and you get knocked backwards, and the door opens. George and Brent, you have walked up the stairs in towards this ballroom. You've had more courage than just peeking your heads above the edge of the stairs, and you're walking into the main area, and you see what Chauncey reported. You see adults crawling around on their hands and knees, not being able to see anything, But as you come into full view of the ballroom, you see something a little more upsetting. You see this creature with 12 arms dangling off the side of it, maybe 12 foot tall. Looks like it crawled out of the bottom of a swamp or something like that, covered in green slime and brown ooze and sludge, with these super long-fingered hands and a razor-sharp row of teeth, walking around the room, observing these adults crawling around. What do the two of you do?
Oh my god, Brent, that costume is amazing.
It's really realistic, dude. I don't know how they did that.
How much money do they have? What do they own,
Dumb
Heinz
kids
or
fist
something?
bound. I love this. Okay, wonderful.
I don't know what's going on. I can't believe Chauncey was right about. Is that my dad smelling my foot?
Yeah.
Dad.
Your dad does start sniffing your foot, and then he grabs your ankle, and then he reaches to bite your ankle as fast as he possibly can. Roll me a flight check to try to avoid getting bit by your father in the ankle.
All right, my flight is 2, so
All
I roll
right.
2.
Yeah, I want a 6 from you. So you're going to add those 2 dice together.
Oh, I add them together. Oh,
Yeah,
this
mhm.
might actually work. All right, 2 dice. Here we go. I got a 5 and a 2, baby.
Ah, 7. There you go. How do you break free from your dad?
I go.
Mother him with money.
yeah. I like shake my costume, and a bunch of coins fall out and start knocking him on the head.
Coin attack. Yeah, we got a Meowth IRL in this game. Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. You throw coins at him, and he reaches back. And I will say this. As those coins hit your dad's skin, they knock him back, but more so than normal, almost as if his hand started burning when your coins hit into his hand. And he cowers back and scuttles and then starts crawling in the opposite direction. However, that direction is directly towards the monster, who is now turned, and its 2 like fly bug style eyes, you know, large compact things made up of a bajillion eyes, has now trained its focus on the 2 of you who are standing up, sound of mind, and it roars your direction with a beastly. What do you 2 do?
Brent, I don't think that's a costume.
Maybe we should go check on everyone else. I don't
And
think it
as-
likes that we're here.
And you
Yeah,
say
then as I
that, and you hear
I
a
scream. I
from the
I
basement.
scream really loud, and I say, "Gag me with the spoon! That thing's disgusting." Does it? What now? Downstairs, what does it look like? Does it
Okay.
look like ice cream?
Interesting question. It does
It's on my
not
mind.
look like ice cream. I would say more a swamp thing is a better description here. But yeah, it starts crawling out, and the only other, it doesn't roar at the 3 of you as it crawls out of the room. It's that same monster that the other 2 saw in the ballroom that is crawling out now. Carly, you are on the ground as you have been hit back by this creature, and it is crawling out, and it is towering over you, dwarfs the size of the door frame that it is exiting right now. And instead of roaring at the 3 of you, it just utters the sound, monster, as it exits the room. Chauncey and Alec, the 2 of you are standing up. What do you do?
What's in the room? Like, what's besides, like, I know our candy, the D&D table.
Sure. George, it is a classic, like, you know, kids' basement hangout. So probably some, like a TV, a bunch of comic books, maybe some, like, more, you know, cooler 10-year-old toys and stuff like that. A kid's trampoline, plasma screen TV. This kid's rich. Whatever you want's in this room, basically.
I'm
And a
go-
locked liquor cabinet. We also do know that.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna materialize this item next to me. A very fancy, like erector set crane.
Okay,
You know what I'm
cool.
talking about?
Yeah,
And
sure.
I'm just gonna grab it by like the neck, the arm of the scooper here, and just like take a haphazard swing at the globule. that just
Ooh,
came out of
wow,
the scooper.
okay. I like that. This is gonna be a fight roll. I want a 6 from you on a fight.
Okay, cool. So I roll 2 dice and I take the lowest one.
Correct.
So I need to roll 2 6s for this to work. Eh?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. How much magic do I actually have here? How about 2 1s?
Okay, so 2-1, so pretty tragic. You rush forward with this Erector Set crane and swing overhead, and all it meets is one of these ooey sticky hands that snaps to it, grabs it, and immediately as the toy hits its hand, it starts dissolving the toy as the acid ooze starts melting anything that plastic that it touches. Alec, what do you do?
So my room. You said it's walking into the room now. And it's like on.
Yeah, it has
Carly?
exited that cellar corner. It's about maybe 3 feet away from Carly, but it hasn't sort of attacking or anything like that.
Okay. I screamed for sure, and Chauncey just hit it with one of these crane arms.
Oh, I did not hit it.
you tried to.
Attempted.
I've been to this basement before. Do I know another exit? Because you guys also came running downstairs scared, right? Or no?
They have not yet.
They have not. Okay. No. Did you scream upstairs as well at the same time I screamed?
No, they're too cool.
They're too cool. Sorry. my
They're
bad.
too much of a jock to scream.
All right. I would press the button on my lightsaber and it makes a crappy sound effect noise, like vroom,
Yeah,
and it lights up a
perfect,
little
thank
bit. And I'm gonna try to hit it, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, you're
I'm
gonna try to lightsaber it. Sounds
Sure,
good.
yeah,
Again, I
I'm
need a
gonna hit-
fight roll from you.
Because it's like Carly's on the ground prone. Like
Sure. Yeah. No.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
You gotta defend. You gotta defend your friend here. I'm asking for a 6.
Oof. Oh goodness me. And this is a fight, you said. So,
Yep.
Oh, that means I'm
I'm
not
never
good at fights.
babysitting you again if you let me die.
Oh god. Well,
What's your fight?
2.
Oh, that's pretty good. You roll
Yeah,
2
that
dice,
2? That means you roll 2 dice and you have to beat a 6.
and you add the dice together.
Oh, I take the lowest number and add them.
You roll 2d6, and then you add those numbers together.
Yeah, 8.
8. There you go. That is a success. Okay. What do you do to successfully hit this creature with your lightsaber?
You said it's kind of like slimy.
Yeah.
I think I would reach for one of the arms and try to cut its arm off. Like whatever arm's reaching towards Carly or moving in their direction, I would like swing and hope it works.
Absolutely. You obviously make the lightsaber sound effect every time you swing it. They do not have the audio plugged in. Well, George has one that has the audio sound box in it, but you don't. So you have to make the sound exactly. You whoom his arm right off. You swing the lightsaber so hard that the gooey material breaks underneath your plastic toy, and the arm sputters and drops to the ground and starts flopping back down the stairs down the cellar. But it rears back and mighty scream. And now all 3 of you have a chance to run wherever you want. So right before we get back to the other 2, where do you 3 run? Back up the stairs to where the other 2 are, or do you try to get out of here some other way?
We need to get the other children. We need to get
Okay.
everybody together.
Babysitter Carly grabs the other 2 with a scruff of the neck kind of thing and charges upstairs with them. I like that. Okay, cool. And Montana, of course, close in tow.
Yeah, I say, Montana, follow me, please.
Yes, of course. He barks a couple more times at the creature, but then follows close behind you. Brent, how have you chosen to kill this monster? Like, how are you fighting this thing?
Me?
Yeah, are you fighting it? Are you gonna run?
I'm-
What's the game plan here?
I'm thinking part of my costume, I have a baseball. I want to throw that
Oh,
at it.
Ooh.
I think
epic.
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
with
that
some high
is
heat.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, just to see what
sick.
happens.
Sure.
Not really
yeah.
in pursuit of anything.
You aiming right for the head?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
I.
love that. Oh, specific even. I love that. All right, I'm looking for a 6 again. Roll me fight.
Okay. I have 2 fight.
Awesome. So you roll 2 dice and then add those numbers together.
Got a 4
Good start.
and a 1.
Oh no! The worst. Okay.
I'm not warmed up.
Yeah, not yet. And you're not quite defending your friends in this situation yet. I don't know if we can call it that, but you hurl the baseball and it goes just barely wide of the creature, and you Exactly, not warmed up. As the baseball misses a little bit wide, but the creature sees you and starts running, 4 of its 12 arms scraping along the ground, making gross, burning ooze trail marks in the hardwood floors. George, what are you doing right now?
Great attempt, Brent. And then I run across the room and I push a little like torch over, and a hidden passage opens up, and I'm like, "Come on, get in here!"
Amazing.
We found all the bodies last summer.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you rush in there, and all 3 of your friends rush up the stairs at the same time, and all 6 of you duck and dive into your secret passageway. The doors slowly roll shut behind you, and you just hear a bang, bang, bang on where the wall once was before, but no sign of the monster breaking through. All of you have a moment to breathe, but it is pitch black in this room. You cannot see a thing.
Did that thing kind of look like ice cream to you guys?
It didn't really clock it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
whether it was ice cream or not.
It kind of
Well,
smelled
after I
like
was-
it.
It did smell like the ice cream. I agree, it smelled like the ice cream. Can I use brains to use some tinfoil from my costume
Uh-huh.
and the lightsaber that Alec has to kind of make like a makeshift flashlight?
Okay, to like channel the light? Absolutely. Yeah, roll me brains to like tinker here, I guess, is basically what we're doing. I don't need much, I just want a 4.
3, 4, 9.
Okay, with the 9, you're like, if you actually put a piece of tinfoil between the batteries, it enhances the light bulb and some random stuff, and all of a sudden you have a bright blue, is it blue, Sneaky?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You have now Alec is holding a bright blue lightsaber that is creating a light source for this entire tunnel. Amazing. As it lights up, though, you may not like exactly what you see. The room has lost every last bit of hominess to it in these secret tunnels, and no French merchandise to be found. No mustard things at all. Instead, along these halls, you're just seeing a lot of red stains running along the brick.
The ketchup room.
Gotta be honest.
Well, there's
this is
mustard, there must
different
be
from the last
ketchup.
time I saw this room.
Ooh, okay. Do you all hang out here and open back up the secret door, or do you want to keep going down the hallway to find out whatever's here?
Look, I don't know what's going on right now. I saw my dad, and it's like he was allergic to money, which is very not like him. And hot sauce isn't really hot. It's all in our heads, and I'm kind of freaking out, guys.
Where's the tunnel go, Georgie?
It moves all through this whole place. I don't know. It's where the people go who work here when they don't want to work. I know. I'm mad at him too.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Okay.
I think my dad has a man cave that he calls. He does the same thing.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. We could
Is
go
this
to
a
my
man
dad's
cave?
We could go to the caves. There are lots of caves on this property. I hate it here.
There's the spookiest home ever made.
I've done the calculations, and based on some of the comic books I've read, this is where Batman lives.
That's history.
So let's
That's
just go ask Batman for help.
Okay.
Works.
All right. So all of you descend deeper into the dark, spooky tunnels of this room. Now, the smell is getting a little hard to bear. It's just musty, right? These are old rooms, a lot of red stains on the walls. Not a great look for sure. But as you were descending deeper, you start finding stairs that actually lead you more towards the basement of this home. But every step gives you a better view of this room, and as you are looking out into it, it almost looks like a hospital. There is table on table on table down here, maybe 30 of them, all completely empty. But you can see that there are there are restraints on these tables, and all of them are empty.
Oh, man, this makes so much sense, you know? They always said this place was built upon that old abandoned hospital. They shut it down after all the murders.
All them murders.
The Grimsby Murder Hospital. What can you do?
Amazing.
Was Colonel Mustard also a doctor?
I'm not
field
positive
doctor?
Rank-wise, I'm not sure where we made it, but it might have been a General Mustard or something like that.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Mustard. So, I think there's probably people still dying here, based on my
Sure.
calculation.
You're number crunching.
I've
I
done the
think
math,
something
and
really
this
bad's
is not
actually
correct.
happening, right? I mean, this is just, I don't know, like Halloween, right, Carly? Like, this is just weird stuff. Nothing actually bad's happening, right?
I can't say I've ever experienced this kind of Halloween, not gonna lie. I definitely think there's something out of the ordinary that's going on here.
Montana starts to bark. And you notice, Alec, that they're not close to you because you immediately go to shush them, right? You're trying to be quiet and
Yeah.
sneaky. But you see that your dog has kind of went over to the other side of this room, maybe 30 feet away. It's a very, very large area. And they're barking at what you couldn't see clearly before. And as you walk closer with your lightsaber flashlight, you notice that there are 4 large tanks of like green goop with bubbles in it. 3 of which are broken open. And the goop has spread all over the floor, and there's nothing in it. The 4th one has one of those creatures that you saw both coming out of the cellar and in that ballroom, but it is just floating there in the goop.
Guys, you're gonna want to see this.
Perfect.
Don't
Classic.
touch the weird goop.
I
Yeah.
want to touch it.
Okay,
No.
okay, good.
The tank?
Can I
Oh.
touch it?
You can touch it if you want to. Okay,
Like a little.
sure, just to experiment, sure. Ooh.
Chauncey runs over. Hold on. And he takes like a pair of just disgusting medical gloves that like might still have blood on them from whatever had happened last time. He goes, just wear gloves. Wear gloves. It's lab safety procedure. And he also gives Brent a pair of those cartoonishly huge like OG science class goggles that are huge and clear. Safety
Okay,
first.
perfect.
It's very important. And then he goes and hides behind Carly.
All right,
Fine.
Brent, you put on the gloves, you put on the goggles. Do you reach down and touch the goop?
Yeah,
Roll
I
me-
hope.
Roll me brains.
Okay, I don't have any of that. So
Perfect. All I want is like a 4.
okay,
So roll
I do
twice and take
too.
the lower.
I got a 4.
Okay.
Huge.
Right?
I got a 1.
Ooh, it's so close. Well, gain an adversity token. By the way, if any of you fail to
no.
roll, you gain an adversity token. I forgot to mention.
Okay, I have a lot.
How this game works,
no.
unfortunately, sometimes. You touch the goop, and it immediately burns through the rubber gloves. Like, in just a second, the rubber gloves are gone. And as the goop touches you, you feel really dizzy, and you look back to your friends, and all of you look, and Brent has 4 eyes now. Brent has 2 eyes, and then 2 eyes on their head. And they're like, whoa.
Brent, costume is amazing. I've never noticed it before. This is
I
incredible.
haven't changed. I can
Well,
see a lot better right now, though. I don't know why.
Nobody else touch the goop.
Nobody else touched the goop. Perfect.
I mean, it was really hot, so.
Is
Is there a
Last time
mirror
I'm
to like
babysitting
show
you.
Brent that they have 4 eyes now? in
You're not
this
able to
medical
find one
room?
in time because as the goop kind of slides off their hand, the eyes like recede back into their head, and you no longer see any extra eyeballs on Brent.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. Wait. So, if I touch the goop, do I get 2 good eyes extra, or do those need glasses too?
Are you
We're
gonna
not touching
Honestly,
the
we're not
goop?
Why can't... What do you mean?
If
Just
you
touch it.
Well, because
children
I wear
die, your
glasses, am I
parents will
getting-
not pay me.
Here,
You're not
here's $1,100. I'm touching the goop.
You reach to touch the goop, but before you can, you hear a dum, and you turn, and that big glass tube that was holding that last creature that was just floating there is no longer just floating there. They are at the glass and like banging on it directly at you, and it looks like they're screaming, but no noise is coming out of the tube.
Chauncey wants to sabotage the machine. Can we do that? Somebody help me break the machine.
Okay, I'll
Are there,
distract
like,
it.
Medical
I run up
tools?
to it and I'm banging on it as well, pretending I'm in an even bigger machine trying to get it.
Roll charm for me. I want, oh god, like a 9. I want a 9 for this.
All right.
From me?
No, from George, who's trying to charm the creature. Trying to trick the creature.
Gotcha.
Can I give?
I have 3 charm, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, you're fine.
Help the breaking of the machine. Probably it's probably
Let's
the best.
see. I got a 2, 2, and a 2. Come on.
Do you want to help?
Give him. Yeah. Can I help? Can I give him one of my tokens?
Yeah, absolutely.
That gives +2.
Yeah. Okay, so that
only
means
gives us 8.
close enough. You.
Oh, sorry.
I can use an adversity token though, right?
To re-roll one of those dice. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna re-roll this one. Let's see what it gives me.
Let's go.
New die. 4. It gave me a 4, so I got
Okay.
8 plus 2. That's 10. I know how. I know
Yeah.
8 plus 2.
Okay. First, I have to ask, how does Brent help in the distraction?
Doing jazz hands. I'm all over it.
I got 4 arms now.
Yeah, there we go. You're more like it. Okay, perfect. And it like kind of looks back like very confused at what you're doing. Amazing. All right, Chauncey, you run over to the machine. Does anyone else run over to the like computer onboard machine of this containment thing?
I think Montana starts barking at Brent for doing the jazz hands.
Okay,
Doesn't know
great.
what's going on.
Lots of help.
You're like interpretive dancing with jazz hands. It's a little scary to him. He doesn't know what's But also, is there any like weapons or anything in the
Yeah.
room?
You wanna
because I'm in a weird doctor's office with like scalpels and stuff or like saws.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are some scalpels and saws. If you want anything like more, unique, you'd have to use like your ability or whatever, or search for something a little more desperately. But like what you could see is like a fire extinguisher, maybe a couple of like surgeon tools, like a scalpel, and then I'm gonna say one large hacksaw that looks like it's been used for nefarious purposes.
The fire. I think I would go for the fire extinguisher.
Okay.
And then I would like I would pick it up and I'd realize it's way too heavy, and I'd go whoa. And I'd say, I think, can somebody bigger hold this or stronger?
I'll
guys are doing
take-
something else.
I can take it.
Okay, Carly equips herself with a fire extinguisher. Hell yeah. Ready to go. Amazing. Okay, Chauncey, you run over to the computer screen right now. What is your game plan here? What do you want to do?
Hacker man.
Okay, amazing.
Quite simply to hack.
I choose to hack. Okay, wonderful. This is going to be tough. I want a 9 again.
9. I can do this.
Brains check, yeah.
Dude, Chauncey's brain is on point. Let's go. Here we go. Okay. A 1 and a 4. Not a great start.
Sure, that is a 5 total. You need a 5 or a
Third
6.
Third dice. Here we go. I dropped it, so I'll just roll the other one. Okay, that's a 1, but I will use an adversity dice.
Okay, sure.
Try and crank this
To
up.
re-roll
So
one of those ones. Okay.
Come on, we need this.
We do.
That's a 5. Let's go.
There you go. 11 in total will definitely give you what you need. You sit there. Everyone else just hears a loud clickety-clack. And then, calming to everyone, you hear a, "I'm in," from Chauncey. As they have hacked into
Just like the anime, like push-up glasses. Like,
Right.
Like across the lenses. Just...
Amazing. I'm in. As you open up, a bunch of files just constantly start opening, and like in any movie. And they're all very horribly named, like monster creation, terrifying experiments, and all of these things. You find dossiers, you find videos, you find everything. But what you're truly looking for is the emergency shutdown protocol. And you go to start, it gives you the little Y or N buttons.
Heavy Y. Start the protocol.
You hit the emergency shutdown protocol, And as you do, red lights start turning on, and you hear the monster in the tube start to scream. So before it was trying to make its voice heard, it could not. Now, whatever pain it's feeling is enough for it to emanate outside of the tube. It was not trying to break it anymore, but whatever that goop is in there is starting to do something. And you look over at the goop that was just on the ground, and it's starting to steam. Something you've done on the computer is activating the acid. And also, you hear a loud ka-chunk, and a large metal door leading to outside has opened, and a long shadow has been cast into the room as the moonlight shines into this room. What do the 5 of you do? The creature does not know where you are at the moment. You have the chance to hide, you have the chance to run, you have the chance to attack. We'll start with Alec. Alec, what are you and Montana gonna do?
Does Treasure Hunter let me find the path, like best path out of here?
Sure.
Or...
Spend an adversity token, I'll give it to you.
Okay, I will use my adversity token.
Okay,
And,
amazing.
And I'm gonna say, Montana, keep up! Everyone else, let's go! Time to go!
Yeah, you yell that, and Vamoose, as you see one more swinging exit door that was not lit up before, and you charge through it. Do the 4 of you all follow?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I run out
We're
and I
getting the
see
heck out of
Brent
here.
still jazz handing, and I'm like, come on!
Just doing my job.
Yeah, awesome. Carly, you're the last one to go through the door, you know, protective babysitter style. And you turn back and you see 2 of those creatures charging down and desperately looking around the room. And they see their, you know, creature mate, I don't know what to call it, in the tube, and they rush over. Do you do anything to, like, you know, block the exit or anything like that, or you just shut the door quietly and run?
I think I would actually. You know what? I'm gonna just get the heck out. and
Yeah,
shut the door.
absolutely. Just run. At some points, that's what you need to do. Okay, you all make a break for it. You follow this tunnel. George, this is a brand new tunnel to you. You've never seen this part of the basement. You've never been in here. But eventually, the door slams open, and all of you reel back as the cold October air hits you, as you've headed into the great backyard of the French mansion. And you are in the woods right now. You step out and the crunch of fall leaves is underneath your feet. There's a small creek running nearby and applying a little bit of sound to the otherwise silent air. But the smell back here is foul.
We must be near the bog. I hate where I live. All right, guys, I don't know what's going on, but we got to get out of here, okay? There's like... Am I crazy? But these are like monsters, right? There's some sort of alien or something, yeah?
By my analysis, they're probably not alien, but more generated monsters through the relative biomass that we saw in those tanks, and the fact that I went through the dossiers. It's a lot of science you probably wouldn't understand, but they're not aliens, is what I'm saying. Actually,
So they might not be from our planet, right, Brent?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't understand anything Chauncey says ever. So, but I do know this is bad. This is like not good.
I could try and but the only aliens I know are E.T. But he was kind of nice. But maybe we need to do an E.T. and try to get all those government workers to come and, you know, sterilize the place. But what is the door behind me? Does the door behind me like lock or close or something, or can I? That we ran out of, or is this just a tunnel into the night?
You turn back around, and it is like a storm cellar door, you know, the ones where you have to like open up and then you walk down into. It has shut behind you, and as you go to pull on it, it is locked behind you.
Okay. Do I see like a really big branch I could maybe have?
Yeah, absolutely. You could find a tree
Montana
branch
drag
quickly,
over.
drag
Well, I feel
and
like
stick
Montana's
it
already
through.
found one.
Oh yeah,
If we're out
he's
in the
playing with a
woods,
stick
yeah.
immediately.
He's already got a
Yeah.
stick, and I go, "Oh, come here, fetch." And I'll just like I'll try to put a really big branch at the door. I don't know. I'll try to stop.
Amazing.
I mean,
Okay.
Carly, where do we go? What do we do? Do we talk to the police? Is this a more of a fire department manner? Is it a private security issue? What do we do?
Well, there is a group that I know specializes in this sort of thing. Moms against
Ghostbusters.
monster.
Oh.
Oh. No, Chansey.
The Ghostbusters could definitely
Chauncey.
help us.
The Ghostbusters would be great.
Yeah,
we do have
okay.
some of the packs from the original movie. They're in my dad's study, but I don't know if they work.
I
From
don't
the
know if we should
original
go
movie.
back into the house.
Okay, but okay, so Carly, you are deciding that maybe moms is the ones to recruit here.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You're
moms
right.
against
I brought out
monsters.
that D&D board, and then all of a sudden, all this started happening. Oh
Maybe
no,
my
I
mom
did
was
this.
onto something.
I did
It's-
this, you guys. We have to get back in
Wonderful.
there and destroy that D&D board. It's clearly bringing aliens.
We can burn your entire house down.
I would kind of love that.
You guys think a board game summoned these monsters?
Carly,
like
we are
nothing
clearly
else makes
experiencing.
sense.
We're clearly experiencing some stranger things.
Looks at camera. Yeah.
Some Stranger things indeed.
Fair enough. Okay. So
Burning the house down? Yes. Did that we agree? No, we're going to moms. We're going to moms. We're going to moms.
Go to mom's. I mean, we can make it out of my property from here. We're gonna pass that old sawmill, I think, and we got to be really quiet. This is where we chained up that one guy because we thought he was turning into a wolf. It's so weird here.
Amazing. I don't know how weird you all think George is, or if this is just normal at this point.
No.
I don't know which is which,
Eventually, I
Normal.
like get Chauncey when we're walking, like aside, and I go, George is kind of like Batman, right? Like he lives in a nice mansion, but he doesn't know anything about his parents.
Well, my analysis, I've done a little bit of psychology-based research, and I think he's more like one of the people in the Arkham Asylum, is actually what I think he's closer to. He's got a lot of money, and he keeps his town afloat, so let's not make fun of him too much, you know?
You can hear me in the background being, riddle me this, Brent.
yeah, perfect.
I was
No,
like, yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah, cut to that conversation. What do you say? Riddle me what?
What goes up white and comes down yellow and white?
Um,
Come on, Brent.
a ball?
An egg, my guy. Pretty close.
Oh, okay.
I
basically had it. I basically had it.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, Carly, you are walking back from the group a little bit. You know, slightly more protective of these kids who are just talking loudly in this spooky part of these backwoods. Walking towards the lumber mill because you gotta get away from this terrifying, terrifying house. I mean, some kind of curse or aliens or whatever it is, this is causing a problem. But as you were walking, you are noticing like a pretty terrifying smell start to be coming from around you. Like, it's not just the creek anymore. Like, something around here is way, way worse. And as you are smelling that, as you turn around, you see like a small cave where like rocks have kind of fallen down from somewhere and have created a small opening. The creek runs right past, and you smell a horrible stench coming from this cave. Do you do anything? Do you alert the crew to it? Do you keep walking past it? Do you move towards it? What do you do?
Hey guys, look at this cave over here. I just noticed. Come back this way.
Oh,
Can I-
Carly, no
so
wonder
weird.
you were walking so far behind. You clearly farted a lot. back. Why did you make us walk into this?
No. This is the same smell that I was smelling back at the other place.
All right, crop dusting Carly. I point my flashlight in the cave's direction.
Okay.
Alec. George will give you $1,100 or a Three Musketeers if you go smell. If you go up and smell.
You should go
Do it.
smell.
For
Oh,
science.
my guy is.
science.
I like you can visibly see his like knees trembling. Like he is super afraid. Like to go to. I think flight is my. I don't really understand the stats, but flight is like my highest one. I'm gonna just say that he's definitely a scaredy cat
Okay,
of
sure.
like everything. But I'm
Yeah.
pointing a flashlight in that direction and like trembling, and I'm like, I'm not gonna move.
Well,
Okay.
I guess there's nothing left to do except send Brent on in there.
All right, boys. I'm in.
Brent's already there. He's like, yeah, I know. That's how this works.
Me? All right, all right, all right.
Okay.
Brent is sniffing it while I'm trying to get Alec to go see.
Yeah, that sounds good. Brent, you walk up towards the cave and you're like, that, yeah, it smells weird. You're definitely not. But all of a sudden you hear a very significant shotgun being pumped sound, and you hear a get away from my cave.
Well, sir, technically, this is on the French property, and this
Bang!
is their cave.
A gunshot sounds out immediately as you start to talk.
We'll call the
Chauncey would
sheriff and
run.
evict him later.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna go in.
This is my property. You can't call no sheriff.
Understood, sir.
And walking out of the cave comes into vision as light hits them. George, you recognize them. This is your grandfather.
Papa?
Colonel Mustard.
Colonel Mustard.
Colonel Mustard?
This is
What are you
Colonel
doing here?
Mustard.
I haven't seen you in forever. This doesn't make any sense. This isn't one of Dad's caves. What's going on?
Last time you saw me was probably my funeral where they buried me.
Why do you smell like hot dogs for science?
I don't want that one to talk anymore. He looks towards the rest of the crew.
Me too, Bucko.
I'll give you the
I am a colonel.
for $1,100 if you don't talk anymore.
Colonel Mustard looks towards the four of you. I faked my own death so I could continue my experiments that I was not allowed to continue in the house, thanks to my rotten boy.
What kind of experiments? What are you talking about? You need to go lie down. That's what everyone used to say to him. You need to go lie down.
I don't need to. I napped earlier. Georgie, you're a smart boy. You know when to spend money, and I like that about you. Trust me when I say the science that we're about to hit is nothing but incredible.
I don't know what's going on, but something really weird's happening at the house, Pop Pop.
What?
There's these monstrous looking things that
What do they look
may
like?
or may not be aliens. They're like bug, slime,
With
kind
lots of hands, long-fingered hands, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
And I
did
think
you
they're
know?
weak to nostalgia or something. The lightsabers seem to take an arm off.
Poor design. I'll need to go back. I mean, what? That's crazy. There's monsters?
Hold on, I'm gonna use a brains check. Did I pick up on what he said?
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. I mean, you probably could roll charm here. You are reading a person.
Okay.
I'd say,
All right, I'll roll
I'd say that
charm.
is fine. Yeah, roll me. I want a 6 on charm.
I'm rolling 3 dice. Oh, I got a 9.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, you easily can tell he has something to do with the monsters, but he is surprised that they're walking around and doing something.
Okay, I look to the group and I lie. I go, I guess there's probably nothing going on here, guys. We were just heading out to that really cool party anyway, right, Carly?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
my
going to the
sister
party.
invited you. Yeah, at my house, right?
Wait, she did invite me? I didn't get
Oh,
the invite.
yes.
Yes, no, you were invited, right? And
What are you guys talking about?
Brent is like, my head hurts.
and I was slowly, like, again, I'm slowly backing away as soon as the shotgun even was like in the picture. And then as he was slowly like revealing his master plan or whatever, or that it reminded me of Scooby-Doo, like when they unmask the villains half the time, and
yeah.
I was instantly like ready to go.
Right, we had our Old Man Jenkins moment a little early this time around. But okay, you you have successfully decepted this old man with your charm check of 9 that you need to leave to a party. Says, all right, but if you see those monsters, or if they're even real, you're probably just seeing things. Make sure to come and let old Grandpappy know. The Colonel needs to know.
I would like to say, I know I was told not to speak. but that is
I
not
just hold my
Chauncey's
hand out
nature.
for a month.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
pay up.
So is there, can I use did I no, I didn't fail a dice roll. Is there anything I can do that, or maybe like one of the files I would have seen as I was going through the computer
Sure.
that maybe had like that seemed like kind of like a code word or something like that of a file, so I can let this old man know that I've seen what's in the computer.
Sure. Like,
like
as
just
you're
say,
all
"Actual-
walking
ac-
away.
Actually, nematode, and then like
Okay.
that would be something that the old man would be like, oh shit, like this, like they saw something on the computer.
Okay,
They
okay,
might,
I got
they
it.
might know more.
Yeah, yeah. You say that, and he goes, What did you say?"
I said, this bog has toads. See you later.
And he like slowly retreats back into his cave as it gets dark, and the five of you make haste away. Okay, and let's take a quick pause and do a classic bathroom break and anything like that. Fill up your drink if you need to do that, and we'll jump back up into it in just a little bit. It sound
Go
good?
back from bathroom
That was a
break.
great Colonel Mustard reveal.
Thank you, thank you.
Great.
Thank
That
you.
was
That got me.
amazing.
That got me.
Okay. All right, stream. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. All right, what's up, everybody? We are back. Also, in chat, just let me know if music is like way bad sometimes, or like way too loud or quiet or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Music's weird on these. 'cause
I
it's
hate
always,
music.
It's always the same volume for me, and so I don't know what it is for stream. But okay, we'll get that sorted one day. But welcome back. Thank you so much for the gift subs, doobsnax and spragels, and thank you for doing this, of course. But we just met with Colonel Mustard a moment ago after escaping the monsters in the house with all the adults going a little wild. But we join our five heroes in the woods behind the French mansion. Alec, what are you doing?
I feel like we cut back to us and we're walking. Are we? And I go, okay, so where are we going? Do we have any plan? Because in everything I've ever seen, I feel like a big thing that he does is you guys all go to the VHS store with him, Alec, and like rent movies, and you watch whatever stupid pop culture thing came out, and he goes, so like, Batman will have a plan, and they had plans to attack the Death Star. So what's our plan? Because we don't have anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we have to get away from whatever's going on, and it'll probably just sort itself out in the morning.
That's one option. So what are the details you know about the monsters so far?
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work out. I don't think it's gonna sort itself out. I've never seen anything like that before, only in movies and stuff. But well, I sliced its arm off, and then
Well,
we hacked.
That's good, right? Okay, so that means whatever this thing is, we can hurt it. And I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but you're not particularly strong. I mean, if Brent sliced its arm off, I think, okay, well, maybe none of us could do that, but maybe we could stop this thing.
Oh man, I wish I had
Fighting
an
him?
adversity point.
I feel like I should get an adversity point for being insulted and saying I'm not strong.
yeah. You know what? Yes,
I
you
haven't-
do. You get an adversity token for being insulted and saying you're not strong.
Ouch!
Amazing.
But very true.
Sure.
Are we? So Carly, I don't know where anything is. Do you know where things are? You can drive, right?
Yes, yeah, I can drive. I have a license.
What does Carly drive? What kind of car do you drive?
A Volkswagen buggy.
Oh,
You know, like one of
wonderful.
those, punch buggy. No punch
Yes.
bag.
Should we try to get to
Perfectly
the
hard
car?
to fit 4 kids in. I love that.
Yeah.
That
We can
is-
fit some of them in the trunk. It's okay.
Yeah, that's
Should we
just-
try to get to her car and we can drive to my house and tell adults things?
Yeah, that's like a good idea. I feel like adults would be a great call.
All right. So we try to make it back to the car. All right. So you wind your way through the woods. George, you're able to guide them through pretty well at this point. You grew up playing in these creepy woods, of course. Any way that these woods are specifically creepy to you?
Oh, this is where we always see that old lady that's sometimes young. These woods are so weird.
Amazing. Yeah, you you walk past, no sighting of the old lady that's sometimes young this time around, but you do eventually see the mansion again in sight. But as you do, you are noticing that more of the adults that were under that haze in the ballroom are starting to be crawling around the front lawn and on the driveway, and are kind of, some of them are starting to stand up on like shaky knees and are walking around with their arms outstretched for balance, but falling over every few steps. And even some that you see are sniffing the air, but some are like biting at the air as they move a little bit. All of you are there. You notice that happening, but your heart sinks a little bit, Carly, when you see two of these adults kind of crawling on top of your Volkswagen buggy.
Well, looks like we're not taking the car.
Okay, yeah, you can try to get them off the car. You can just abandon the car plan, whatever you would like to do.
Let's see. Brent, I want to use you as a distraction to pull them away from the vehicle.
I am
Since you
good
are
at
athletic,
distracting.
you should be able to run into the vehicle last. You should be able to sprint away from these monsters and get into the vehicle just in time.
Okay, yeah, I think I have that athletic prowess.
Okay, a big master plan. I like this. Okay, this is gonna be multi-step. So, Brent, you are the distraction. You are what's gonna be running a little bit. Carly, you're gonna have to drive, obviously, and get in the car. What are the rest of you all gonna be doing in this master plan?
I'm gonna be trying to open up the large gate. There's like a big gate that keeps
okay.
the parking lot closed, and we're gonna have to open it up, and it slams shut really fast. It took a guy's arm off once.
Of course it did. Okay, great. I love that. Okay, doobsnax, what is Chauncey gonna be doing here?
Chauncey will go with George to help with the gate, since he's gonna mental overmight this thing open. Since it's a
Okay.
big gate, he'll support that way.
I like that. Okay, awesome. And then Alec, what are you and Montana gonna be doing?
I think we're gonna supervise. That's what my dad does. My dad's a supervisor, and so I think I'm pretty good at it too, because I see him supervise sometimes, and we're gonna stay back and,
I love it. Okay, sounds good.
supervising things.
Okay, so I think first up, what we have to do is we have to jump into Bridget. What does Brent do to distract these two adults that are climbing all over the Volkswagen Beetle?
I know I am jock in nature, but there's like a secret dancer, I think, inside of me that's slowly coming out. So
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
that's
Yes, hands
that's
shows
emerging
again.
it. And I'm getting more confident dancing for the monsters, so
Okay, so you're
Feels
going to
right.
attempt to dance for the monsters again?
yeah.
Okay, I love it. I feel like this is charm. I feel like you're rolling a charm check here.
I
to try
have
to
a charm. I have a
Ooh,
one charm.
one in charm. Okay. This is gonna be tough though. Well,
Yeah,
they are
they're
just
very
kind of in
good.
a
How many-
haze.
Are there a lot of them?
There is 2 on the car, but there's
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
15 to 20 all around the front lawn here.
Okay.
So I will say that you need let's make it a 5 to successfully do this.
Ooh. Come on.
Some tokens. Okay.
Come on,
okay,
Brent.
okay.
Ready to sell these tokens.
I don't want to get.
Okay, do you want to spend a token to re-roll?
I'll use one token. I'll use.
Okay.
You never know. And it's a 3. We tried.
Okay,
Am I able
got
to
it.
help? Am I
Yeah,
able to help?
absolutely, yeah.
So I kind of like, I want to say I whisper, but I go, Brent, channel your inner Kevin Bacon.
Like,
Okay.
oh,
And it gives you
of
another,
course.
just the movie. Remember the movie.
Yeah.
And that gives you another D6. So I hope you.
I lift one up. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I also use the alarm to my car to kind of
For sure.
trigger them? Maybe they
Absolutely.
get scared of the noise.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm not even gonna say you need to roll for that. That's just good. Well, actually, no. I want you to roll me like a brains roll on this one. I think.
Oh,
So,
okay. I
yeah,
got you.
roll me brains here to see if you can pull it off. I'm gonna say you need a 6.
Oh, easy. Okay. I have a 6, a 4, and a 1.
Okay, great. Epic. Yeah, you grab your car and knowing exactly how you want to hit it, you are able to like hit your car alarm at the perfect time, and these creatures leap off of the car back in a start as you have set off the alarm, but at the same time, all of the creatures, or all of the adults in the front lawn immediately turn their heads and look directly at the car right now. That alarms are blaring. Brent, you are currently trying to distract the creatures. They have leapt off of the car. Alec, I'm going to say you have now joined Brent in this endeavor. What are the three of you, Brent, Alec, and Montana, doing to get the crowd of monsters away from the alarm-going car?
So it didn't work, or it did work?
Just doing the dance did not distract the monsters, so we had to
Yes.
go with the loud approach of the
Yes.
car alarm.
But
So
the car alarm
now-
is bringing more to it?
yeah, they're all like looking at it. So you're gonna need to do something to get them away from it.
Away from the car.
Are they like noticing Brent? Because Brent is probably closer doing interpret. And I'm like
gonna
behind
say
them
they've
supporting.
noticed the both of you there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes. So they're like, I'm like, so I think we have to back away slowly.
Okay, sounds good. So you're not trying to distract the monsters at all?
No,
I
like,
think-
are they? If they're following us, no.
They're not following
think-
you yet.
No. Okay.
Counter option, we dance together to distract them.
Sure.
More, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
still.
Okay. So
viable.
this is the power of dance.
Okay.
I can do this.
I believe in you.
I don't. So what kind of roll do I make?
No, I don't think I think we're gonna. The dancing itself works. You guys like grab hands and you start doing a twist and a dance, a little bit of a roll, a shake, a shimmy, and the monsters start looking towards you, distracted, and then they start to chase you. And now you have about 10 monsters running directly after you, but not at the car. I will say, I want a flight roll from both of you.
Okay.
I want flight, and I want this to be an 8.
Montana also was dancing. He has like a spin. that I was
7. I
doing.
want a 7 from the flight roll. But yeah, go ahead.
And as I'm flighting, I get to roll 3, so I got a 6. I automatically succeed, right? 2.
Yeah, if you roll the 6 on your first dice.
Yeah, 12.
I got enough. I got a 5 and a 4.
Nice. All
Nice.
right. Now the two of you are sprinting, and Montana, of course, are sprinting away as a horde of zombified adults are running after the three of you.
This is-
Carly, are you making a break for the car?
Yes, yeah, we're
Okay,
making
sweet.
a break for the car.
Yeah, you get to the car. Now that there's no monsters around it, you slam it and you turn that key in the ignition faster than you ever have before, and the car starts revving to life, and you peel out of there. Let's jump to the boys at the gate right now, Chauncey and George. George, how are you directing the action here, or at the gate?
All right, Chance. It's a really big gate here. Maybe if we both pull it, we could get something done, but I don't know. It's really heavy.
I want to. Can I take a look at the hinges with my brain and see if there's anything we can do to jive those up a little bit.
Oh yeah, this is a tough one for sure, but this is just straight mechanical, so I'm gonna make it a tougher roll. I need a 12 from you on brains if you're gonna think your way out of this heavy gate.
Okay. I've got a
believe-
non-intelligent backup plan, so
Okay.
a 4 and a 2, so I need a 6 on my last roll.
All right.
Hold on. Before he rolls that last one, as he's trying to figure out, since I have high charm, I take a second, and as he's looking at it, I go, Chauncey, I just want you to know that you can do this. You know, sometimes we give you a little too much grief, but it's just because you know so much, and you're so much smarter than everybody else here. So I'm sorry if sometimes we razz you a little too hard, but you got this.
Amazing.
And Chauncey's brain grew 3 sizes that day.
Right. All right. Wonderful. Add a additional +1 to your final result of dice.
Okay, so I need a 5 or a 6.
5 or a 6 due to the encouragement.
5. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes, let's go.
Literally just enough. If you've ever watched the fun cop drama Numbers, that is immediately what happens as you grab the metal gate and numbers just appear in the air around Chauncey as he starts sorting out, and immediately you turn and you find a gearbox that is rusted enough they're able to pull the panel off, and you start just ripping cords out and plugging them into different spots, and you immediately turn to George and you say, "Get ready." And you pull the lever, and it starts to creak back ever so slightly, little by little, as the gate is starting to creak open. As the machine is turning, though, George, you can notice the machine is not going to be enough to pull back. Whatever jimmy rig that Chauncey did is only going to open it temporarily. And as you are watching the car come from Curly, you're not sure if she's going to make it through this gate right now.
So the gate's opening slowly and the car is coming quickly, and I'm really just thinking maybe our best shot here is to see if it kind of plows right through this gate, and I jump out of the way.
Okay, great. Amazing. Carly, I'm going to need a roll from you here.
Okay.
Basically, this is going to be driving skill. I want grit, I think. You are watching this gate open. You know you can make it, but it is a game of chicken between you and the laws of gravity here, as well as making sure that you drift just enough with your back door open that the other two boys who are running and distracting the monsters can get in your car. All of this is epic and wonderful. I'm going to say a 7 on a grit check.
Ooh, okay. All right. We have, a 5 and a 1.
A 5 and a 1 is only a
Wait,
6. Do you want to spend a
am
token
I-
to roll again?
Am I allowed to use one of my adversity tokens?
For sure, absolutely.
Which is like,
Um,
I add +3?
Well, you add... Oh, yeah, because you're using protective here, right?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, so add +3 rolls when defending one of your friends. I think this absolutely counts. So yes, you add +3 to this roll.
Nice.
Heck yeah. All right.
Okay, sick. Yeah,
Saving
you
the
grit your
kids.
teeth. At first you're gonna miss, but then you see the terrified faces of Alec and Brent running towards your car, and you're like, hell no. And you pull the car, the door swings open, Alec, Montana, and Brent dive in one side, Chauncey and George bumble their way into the other side of the car, less athletically than those other two. We really split the party in an interesting way there. But you all... Yeah,
I did it.
Did it. Perfect. Yeah. You all jump into the
We're
car,
the
slam the door, you roll right out of the gate, and it slams shut behind you as you see all the adults sprinting and slam into the middle gate. It rocks dramatically, but then swings back and holds true as you guys are peeling away in your car, away from the home. Where are you headed right now?
Should we go to...
Yeah, Carly, where are we headed right now? Fire department, police station, Alex's parents' house. I mean, come on.
The headquarter of moms, which is Alex's house, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, we're gonna go to Alex's house.
Okay. All right, so yeah, you are going to peel towards Alec's house. Now, Alec, your house is you're definitely not too, like, you know, you're not too down the dumps, but it's not a mansion or anything like that, but it's a nicer home for sure. But there are cars parked on the front lawn. There are cars down the street. There are kids on the garage roof. There are kids everywhere. High schoolers everywhere.
My dad is a supervisor, so we make all right money. He supervises.
Sure.
In the car, I definitely would be like, guys, that was like the Thriller music video and Herbie, and it was crazy and Footloose.
You
Because
should
we're in a
have
punch
seen the
buggy.
speech I gave. It was so good. You would have loved it.
Objectively, it was a good speech.
Wow.
It unlocked a part of Chauncey that he never knew existed. But I'm sorry, Al. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, you're fine. That was yeah, it's crazy busy. You go, and as he pulls up, he goes, I'm not sure my parents are home. That's kind of why my sister invited everybody over.
Oh no.
I was, you guys we'd already talked about it, and about halfway through the car ride, I realized, oh, they might not be there, but
But yeah, okay. You walk you walk into the open air, which you exited one monster house and you're almost heading into another, into a high schooler party. It's crazy. It's loud, it's obnoxious. There are children everywhere. Everyone is laughing and having a good time, but to you, it's so terrifying. You are children, Carly. You weren't invited to this party, which is maybe even more awkward and a little unfun. Alec, what is your older sister's name?
Ashley Thompson is
okay.
she's, you know, popular. She'll like dress me up and
Okay.
like make sure I look kind of cool to go to elementary school sometimes.
Got it. You
She's
hear
the
your
prettiest
sister.
girl in school. I
Oh,
just
yeah.
say that out of nowhere. Huh?
Who said
Nothing.
what?
As we're walking up, Chauncey turns to Alec and he's, where does your mom hold the mom meetings, or where does she keep the meeting supplies?
The meeting supplies. So we could go to her scrapbooking room.
It's a
Okay.
great idea. Or maybe does she have like a grand ballroom or something? Perhaps a billiards hall.
Oh, no, we have one hallway. It's
Okay.
this one we're walking in right now. That's the only hall I have.
Do you have a count who lives on another wing? What's the layout of this house?
What's the square footage? Does it change all the time? Anyway, you walk through the house. You were absolutely disgusted, George. You're like, oh, carpet? Oh, as you try to hold it back, but you do make it through. Eventually, you guide your way through the high schoolers and their ickiness, and you make it to a small room where it is the scrapbooking room. You enter in, and it is a scrapbooking room in some sense, but it's a little more terrifying of one. There are newspaper clippings posted up all around the room. There are giant books that are open, and everything is pointing towards, like, demonic takeover. You know, board games ruin children and everything. There is red string, very Pepe Sylvia energy in this room, as your mother has been scrapbooking the destruction of America's youth. Now, what are you specifically trying? Are you specifically trying to find anything in this room right now?
Chauncey,
I'm gonna open the door and there is like a teen couple making out, and I'm gonna be like, guys, go out there, please, thank you.
Oh, whatever.
And yeah, and
Cool.
not in my room either, please, thank you.
Cool.
And I will go to. There's obviously some. What do you want, Chauncey? Sorry.
well, in the dossier that I found on the computer, I may have
Oh,
found
in
something that can
English,
strike
please,
down these
English.
monsters. I think I know how to beat the monsters if the items are here and moms might have them. Moms, like not mothers, but moms, the group might have them. And I'm trying to find them, and it says the meeting place. I want to look for it. And Chauncey just starts kind of sleuthing around the room, looking for what I believe to be the weapons of
Sure.
monster
Alec?
destruction.
Alec, tell
go
me,
over
what would
to,
be a place
where
that your
the-
mother would hide something precious like that in this room?
Like I mean, the whole thing is this awful like office.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anything like that would be specifically hidden.
Okay.
I don't think she planned to have like people over, obviously.
Okay, sounds good.
So
We'll
I
get to
think
that.
anything I can. Do you want me to use my thing? Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all. I was just saying if there's like a secret hiding place in here, but that is okay. Spragels, what were you just saying?
Oh, I was just saying, I was going over to where the two were making out, and I'm just like, kind of to myself, but out loud, I'm like, one day I'm gonna kiss so good.
Okay, good. Yeah, George is absolutely set for that. I'm excited. Good stuff. Very proud. Is Brent like the same way? Brent like, I'm gonna kiss so good too.
I think it's still kind of gross. Like I'm not.
Okay, correct. Gross.
Girls
Yeah.
are gross.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, fair
Unlucky.
enough. All right. Well,
Hey, Alec, is your mom trying to solve a murder or something in here? What's going on exactly?
I just kind of play outside mostly, so I don't know. I actually go to your house way too much.
Carly, you are the one that is studying history and politics, wanting to become the class president. You are a very good book reader and newspaper clipping. You know, you've read through the old documents in the libraries hundreds of times to prepare for a test that you're probably never going to take. You have done this a billion times. I want you to search this room for every last bit of secret information you can find. Roll me a brains check again for me, and I'm going to look for an 8 this time around.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I just lost one. 4, 2, and I'm just gonna roll another one.
Okay.
2.
There you go. That's an
Yeah.
8. Perfect.
Yay!
You are like scanning and in your head you're like, I've seen this before. And you pull out a couple of clips and you see them. And it starts like putting in your head like events that have happened in the past, specifically around the French mansion and some of its supposed origins, you know, built on an ancient hospital, a lot of murders and things like that. But you're remembering one key detail that was very, very strange was that around that area, there was a very high population of nickel found in that home when it was like, you know, taken down after all the murders. And you look over and you see a briefcase that has been slightly popped open and it's glimmering silver, and you open it up and there is a line of nickel-laced weapons that Alex's mother has collected in some way. There are, of course, 5 weapons of any variety. What nickel-laced weapon do each of you choose to take out of this case? It can be absolutely anything you want.
Ooh.
Baseball bat, please.
Yes, there is a nickel-laced baseball bat and a nickel baseball.
Okay, sick.
It just works. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna take the nickel-based sword.
Oh, hell yeah. Amazing. Okay. Chauncey?
Nickel-based pool noodle.
Okay, good. Yes, flexibility is strong here. Sounds good. How about you, George?
I just pick up a nickel. And I'm like, this is on the nose, but I think we can use this.
Amazing. Okay, you grab just the nickel. And how about you, Alec?
There's probably a nickel ball to go with the baseball bat, right?
Yeah, that is true.
I guess my parents are just really like baseball, so they got.
Who doesn't?
Can I ask a question to George out of character? Spragels, what if instead of just a single nickel, it was one of those like a concession person in a ballpark that has like the stack and go ching 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 ching.
Exactly what it is. That's
Yes.
exactly what it is. I kind of put it on my prowl costume. It sort of like fits in and clicks in.
Yeah, somehow your costume transforms around it to fill it in. Yeah. Wow, it works. Okay.
Great.
Amazing. And then, all right, and you have the ball from the baseball, Alec?
Yeah,
The baseball set? Okay.
I will definitely,
And
is it like
Montana
literally made
just-
of metal?
It's made of nickel, yeah. And Montana just has a branch of nickel in its mouth.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So to recap,
Yeah, go ahead. Recap. Go ahead.
The monster fighting squad has assembled
Yes.
the following weapons: a nickel-laced twig,
Yes.
a nickel-laced baseball, a nickel-laced baseball bat.
So far, everything's made
nickels,
sense.
Nickels,
Yes.
a nickel-based sword,
Uh-huh.
and a nickel-based pool noodle.
Absolutely.
Well,
And we're
okay.
using the word
Kennedy.
based a lot. Just remember, it's completely nickel.
Can I-
It's
can
over
I-
the top amounts of nickel.
So is mine just a rigid, super long pool noodle that doesn't like?
No, it bends like a pool noodle.
Okay, good.
It
good.
doesn't make sense. It does, though.
Can
It's
I
important.
finagle you for multiple baseballs? Because
Sure. It's
Like,
like
you
one of
think
those
there was a
tubes
set
you
with,
buy
like-
at Target of like 5 of them.
yes,
Mm.
And for
Yes.
some reason, no, not for some reason, you know that your dad's been in this because each one of them is signed by one of his favorite baseball players.
oh, so they just wrapped, but not okay. It'll still sell.
We're asking too many questions.
No, I'm just thinking of the logistics of these are
We don't want to
There's-
devalue.
There's also aluminum baseball cards if you wanted to throw them, guys. But sorry.
Okay,
So,
amazing.
All right,
My
we
parents
all
are
have
freaking
these things. Obviously, they were being gathered for some reason, right? So, does this have something to do with the monsters?
We need to go fight the monsters.
I'm in.
Didn't you mention that you managed to hurt one of them, George, when you went upstairs?
No, we threw a baseball by it and we whiffed it hard. Like
Okay,
not hard.
it
Brent
was
did a
pretty
really
close.
good job. It was so close, Brent.
It was so close.
Like we did miss.
Okay,
Dang,
no,
see
if
that
I
you-
understand, Brent wasn't warmed up. So I mean, that's the
I
basic
love all
aesthetic
the
says.
kids coming to defend Brent. Well,
They
like,
get it. They get it.
Yeah,
you
But
know?
Alec,
It was
Alec
a
was the one who
fluke. It
said
was a
that they
fluke.
hurt the monster.
well, do
No,
you,
you said you threw some coins at your dad.
Oh, that's
Nickels.
right. Yeah, nickels fell out of my suit and it actually burnt my dad's skin.
Wow, do we think maybe that the nickel has some kind of reaction to the monsters?
I mean,
Yes.
I think yes. I do think yes.
And there's all these nickel weapons that the Moms Against the Monsters are stockpiling.
You guys are
Yeah.
talking crazy, but I guess it might work.
I don't understand a single thing. All I know is I have a
It's not
metal
adding
baseball
up.
bat.
I would love to swing it. I would love to swing it.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm
I don't know
aligned.
what's going on, but it seemed like things were progressing back there at my mansion, right? Like at first they were crawling on the floor and then they were standing and then they were kind of gnashing their teeth in the air. Like things are moving fast and we have to figure out what's going on here. So you four go, I'll hang out at this party and let me know what happens.
As soon as you finish that sentence, you hear someone yell from outside in the party, going, "Ugh, who invited parents to the cool high schooler party?"
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Quick, hide the aluminum weapons.
I love that
Um,
Alec and George's reactions were different for very different reasons. George was like, "Parents at the high schooler party," and Alec was like, "Parents are mad." That was great. Okay.
Yeah, we'll hide everything. Quick. Do we want to tell
What-
them?
What floor are we on?
Second floor.
Yeah,
Can't you eat out the window?
we could. We could. My sister
could-
sneaks out her window. My sister sneaks out her window sometimes to go kiss the boy she likes.
That's brilliant. I love her. Let's go to her room and get out
No,
of
you
this
can't
house.
just say. No.
Alec, roll me
Isn't
a
there-
flight check here to guide your four friends and your dog through your house full of teenagers to escape quickly.
Yeah.
I want a. There's 5 of you. I want a 7 here.
Okay, so I get 46, so it's 5,
You get 4?
or I get 3. Sorry,
Okay, yeah.
so 5, 1,
It's like I'm not
6.
cheating.
12. Sorry, 12 total.
You did it.
12
Let's go,
total.
let's go.
Perfect.
I like am pushing past kids. Excuse me. And you guys have these large weapons too that I think you're like following me with.
Is that guy
Yes.
the coin dispenser?
Do I see my sister?
Prowl, no big deal. Autobots assemble.
Not what they say.
Autobots. Is...
In this world, they do. Yeah. Okay.
It's the alternate universe.
Uh-huh.
Autobots. Now, is my sister like around? Do I see her or no?
You see her storming out to your balcony to go yell at whatever adults are here.
This is the
all right.
boldest
As she goes
kid
by,
that
she
we'll have in your
smells
high school party.
fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, George
What?
floats in the air a little bit as she walks
The-
past.
Yeah, I bring them. So I bring them to her room. Lets her sneak out, but back. So like, if they're going to the balcony and the parents are coming in from the front,
Yep.
or are you saying people are coming from the backyard or the front yard?
Parents are coming into the front yard right now.
Okay,
And you're going to
so
try
we're
to
gonna
run
go
out
out the back. Yeah,
Yep.
so run.
Okay,
Are we sure we don't want to tell them? We don't want to tell adults things.
I don't want to get in trouble.
I think we
We
figured it
can't-
out.
We can't trust the adults. I mean, come on. A lot of them could be in on this.
No, you're right. And you said that they can start walking now. It's kind of like gremlins.
I can't let
They
my parents
change.
find out that I let you guys go to a high school party either.
So true, Carly.
Dude,
So
we gotta cover
true.
Carly.
All
There's
right.
alcohol here.
What? Yeah.
We could use some of that
break
to
someone's
burn
beer bottle
down
with a
the
sword.
house.
No. Yeah.
just taking care of the alcohol with a massive claymore.
Of a nickel sword. Yeah.
So we sneak out. We sneak into her room. Standard teenage girl in the 80s room.
Yeah, of course.
There's like, I think she probably has her own phone. Is that a thing that happened in the 80s, right? that you
Yeah,
use
like a
at that
home,
point?
she's got
Yeah.
her own landline for sure.
Yeah. And maybe some music player. But it's dark, and we just go. I go to the window, and I go, come.
All right, all of
Um,
you shuffle down the arbor that is outside for some vines going up the back, very chic. But you all climb down it as quickly as you can and land onto the ground and start making a break for Carly's car. As you are running, you take a look and you notice that the parents that are descending in on the teenager party house are all parents that were coming from the French mansion party. They are walking kind of staggered, and they have made their way all the way to this house.
Can I see
Hey,
my sister?
George, isn't that your dad?
Yeah. Oh boy. I don't know. I think we gotta kind of go or something, right? Because I think if they're here, that means they're not there. That could be good for us.
That is how numbers work. Let's go.
Okay, well, fair enough. You hop in the car, and you just see, you look back, Alec, and your sister is on the balcony, just, arms waving, yelling at the parents, threatening to call the cops that they're trespassing, all kinds of things like that, being quite the badass a little bit there. Do you yell anything back to her?
Can I, guys? I have to tell her that she could get hurt.
And as you're saying that and desperately calling, Carly's still driving away. She knows that you need to deal with whatever's happening at the mansion. And you look back and you see one of the teenage guys walk up, kind of tough guy. He's like, hey. And then George's dad grabs his neck and goes, la 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 la, and jumps on him. And all of a sudden everyone screams and starts running.
That's a steamed businessman, Mr. French. Attacking teenagers.
He's really mad at that kid.
Okay, perfect. You swivel back and look, and Carly, you are driving. You quickly get back to the mansion, and you see that the gate has been bars pulled open individually so creatures could get out. But as you drive up, there's just enough space for you to angle the car around it and drive up to the front lot. As you enter onto the French mansion property, it is somehow less spooky almost because of what you have seen in there. The actual, aura of the house doesn't seem to scare you as much this time around, but still, as you are getting out, it is spooky as all hell, and you are starting to hear some really gross sounds coming from inside the house, like a grinding, and just kind of large machines moving, and maybe even some small screams you can't quite hear. But what do you all do? What is the plan of attack here on the French mansion?
Yeah, we definitely need a plan, right? We need to figure something out. So, I mean, Chauncey, you saw what was in the computer. There's gotta, if there's a way to start this, there's got to be a way to stop this, right?
Oh yeah, it's based on the dossier and what I saw. It's pretty simple to what we saw. So we got to destroy the big blobs, and that's gonna release the mind control that they have on the adults. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's it. That's it.
Does that make sense to everyone?
Well, you
Just
thought
have
that
to
you
hit
you,
them.
you thought they were aliens, and I told you that they were created, and you just didn't believe me. But then I was right. So I saw the documents. So maybe on this go, you conflated my brain. You made it so big before. I'm feeling the positive energy, brain juice flowing. That's got to be it. It's got to be it. Trust me, Georgie.
All right. I mean, it makes sense to me.
Brett, what did you say there?
So we're just gonna go in and hit them. Is there a weak point?
the anything. With as long as we're hitting with nickel, we're in good shape.
All right, easy.
What?
Can
is
we
your
look into the windows and kind of get more of an idea of what is going on inside the house? Because we're hearing a lot of noises, but we don't exactly know what is going on inside there.
For sure. You want to run a little bit of reconnaissance here? Walk up and see if you can see something? Awesome. I am going to say that this is going to be... I'm going to say this is just going to be a classic flight. You're just going to sneak. You're going to move up quietly and try to see what you can see. So roll me a flight of 6.
Okay, my one die.
All right. Well, I mean, you could send somebody else to do this. That is, you could do that.
I think doesn't Alec have pretty good flight?
Yes. My dad says to delegate things, so I personally would delegate. And if you're scared, send somebody like, Brent. Brent loves going first.
Real. I have okay flight. I can take a look see.
Okay.
I
Brent's
need
gonna
a
run.
6.
Yeah, you need a 6.
Okay. I have 2, so I got a 2
Okay.
and a 6.
Hey, there you
Oh.
go. That's 8.
Dang.
Yay.
All right, Brent salutes and starts army crawling up to the house, however you do so. And you get up and you back against the wall and you take your peek into the window. And inside you see that hospital kind of lab area has almost moved its way up to the main floor. You see those 3 creatures kind of walking around slowly, looking around, and you see a few of the parents still who were at this party strapped down to these tables. And even more alarmingly, you see working at a new desk with a large, old computer, looks like a tube TV, typing away is Colonel Mustard with a huge cigar in his mouth. Still has
Okay.
the shotgun at his desk.
Okay, so I go back to the group.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I saw the monsters. They looked like they were supervising based on my knowledge of that word. And Colonel Mustard was there.
You think he's the manager?
Yeah.
Probably.
I love
looked
this
important.
10-year-old workforce understanding that we've got going on here. This is
At
great.
least a CEO, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it didn't look good.
Okay, I have an idea. Colonel Mustard is here, which means he's not in his cave. And it's very obvious that he has something to do with what's going on. Do we jump back into my buggy and go into the cave to see if we can find any information?
I mean, that's not a bad idea. Right now, Colonel Mustard is in the hallway with the shotgun. It might be a good idea if we were in another place.
I would
Colonel
prefer not to
Mustard.
get shot, absolutely.
Colonel Mustard in the hallway with the shotgun.
Yeah, okay. Let me check. Yes. Great accusation. You have found the murderer.
George, is your entire house an elevator? What happened?
I don't know. What do you mean? Just because this weird hospital stuff keeps coming up?
And that was on the first floor. How did it? I don't have one elevator. Your whole house is one.
Well, my house does have a few elevators. You don't have one elevator. Come on.
Zero elevators. Do you not remember that we just walked up the stairs?
I thought that was just because maybe the elevator was being maintained right now. I don't know. Look, maybe this is a good idea. We sneak around back. We get to the cave. We can head through the hedge maze.
What?
You think I can do a maze?
The shot?
Brent is visibly terrified.
I'm not. That's
Listen,
just like The Shining. I'm not doing that.
I love puzzles. I think we could handle a hedge maze.
Yeah, the hedge maze is not scary at all. But don't get too close to the hedges. They seem to want to pull you into them. Come
Oh.
on! I start making my way.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, the plan is to go back to the cave, right? To go find some secret information. Okay, awesome.
I know a shortcut.
But is there a shortcut through the hedge
Yeah.
maze?
Yeah.
Oh my
That's how you get back to the cave. All right, so all of you quickly head into the hedge maze. You know this maze like the back of your hand at this point, George. You're leading like, come on. It's not a problem. And then you turn a corner and you run into something really sticky. It's so
Ugh.
weird. and you start brushing it off your face. You're like, ugh, what is this? And then all of a sudden, behind all 5 of you, you see an 8-legged freak. A gigantic spider crawls out from behind the hedge maze and lets out a scream with its little mandibles as it looks at the 5 of you. And somehow a giant spider has found its way into your hedge maze.
Oh no, that's a lot bigger than the spider that normally lives here.
Ooh, that's actually a good note, though, George. You notice similar patterns on it, as if this was that same spider that lives here. It just got unnaturally big very recently.
Should we nickel it?
I am scared of spiders. I'm
Okay.
trying to get.
Oh,
I'm trying to like run through the walls, but the hands keep pushing me back.
Don't
Like,
worry,
pushing
Brent.
me back.
Brent can handle this. Not a problem. Brent, you're going the wrong way, buddy. You're going the wrong way.
There is a Brent-shaped hole through like 3 hedges in a row, like farther down. The spider is starting to get closer and closer to
How-
all of you. What does somebody
big?
do?
How big is this thing? Like you're saying, it's walking over?
No, not
hedge
over
maze?
top of the hedges. It probably takes. It's probably like the height of like an adult man and like wide in that proportion.
Oh, we could try to wrap its legs.
Montana goes "Woof," in agreement.
Oh, sure.
Let's wrap its legs. We've got a pool noodle. Let's wrap it up.
Amazing.
Look,
Is that big enough? How big is it?
It'll work if we can make it work. We can make it work. I want. Okay, this is what I want. I want a fight roll from both Chauncey and Alec. You are both gonna roll me fight, and I need a 10 total here.
That's gonna be absolutely impossible. What's your fight?
2.
You have
So
you have 2. Okay, then we might have a chance because mine
Yeah,
is
yeah.
0.
This is like a combo fight between me and Montana, who I've given. I'll let Montana do it, but I'm like commanding him. to,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
and We're gonna twist the pool noodle.
And I have to
I'll
run
say
up and use
spin.
like my scout badge of not making. Not
Absolutely,
nodding
yes.
to-
Okay.
to
Yeah,
pool noodle
for
this.
sure.
Here we
Okay.
go.
So
I rolled 2 2s, so a 2.
6 and a 5.
Let's go!
No,
You're
no.
able to do it. Basically, the dog takes one end and Alec grabs the other, and you rush around the spider's legs, just like in The Empire Strikes Back. And you rush around
Just
the
like
spider's legs, and from the back, Chauncey is calling out, "Okay, now under the hill, and then tie the bunny's ears." Like you're screaming out, not tying instructions to both of the characters who are tying it, and the spider starts screaming as it drops to the ground and is burning from the nickel effects of the pool noodle.
Can Chauncey wait out the death timer on this thing so I can get my pool noodle back?
It is screaming, and as you eventually wait, it goes and drops to the ground, and you are able to run, grab your pool noodle, and make a break for it.
All right, let's go. Go.
Awesome. Brent,
We have to turn around. We're at a. You reach a dead end, right? You reach a spider.
yeah, just this web. So you cut away through a
Oh,
couple
okay,
of the
yes.
holes that Brent made, and you all find Brent absolutely paralyzed by fear standing there, because Brent, you have just stepped in a spider egg like this big, and there are little spiders running everywhere, and you just like turn back and you look at the 5 of them as little spiders have started to crawl up your legs.
Fire extinguisher it.
Do we still have that?
I don't know.
Carly,
I don't
Carly,
know.
do you still have your fire extinguisher?
I run to my trunk and I grab the fire
Goes
extinguisher
all
out
the
of
way
my
through
trunk
the
and I
head,
run
Dave.
back.
She's
I
really
memori-
smart.
I
We
am,
clarified
I am,
this.
I am.
Just
I
so
have,
fast.
I have photographic memory.
Oh, hell yeah. Best
Yep.
trait. Love
There we
that.
go.
Photographic memory. I just remember everything, and yeah, I make my way back in one try. Grab that fire extinguisher, and I bring it right back.
And just hose Brent down. Yeah. Okay, you hose Brent down with the fire extinguisher, and as the spiders, your greatest fear in life, Brent, has crawled all over you, and they are flying away. And for the first time, you're like, maybe girls are cool. As you look at Carly,
Yeah.
absolutely saving you from your greatest fear of all time as they
Yeah.
get sprayed away by the fire extinguisher.
Maybe George was making a little more sense than I thought.
Sure. George just knowingly nods as well while looking on. Been there, buddy. Awesome. Okay, now do we continue on to the cave?
Spiders off Brent, and I'm like, don't worry, buddy. They didn't kill him. They probably just stunned him. Okay. All right, let's head to the cave.
You
I
head to
offer
the
Brent
cave.
candy. I give him a piece of chocolate, like to maybe help. And
Thank you
Nice.
guys.
I don't know if it's gonna work, but
That's
You
worth
guys are the best.
$1,000.
That's the type of experience. That's the type of experience that leaves mental scars and will resurface later in your life. Let's go.
Yeah, perfect. You
Sick.
all make a break for it to the cave. Nothing exciting happens except there's a really young girl running past you. Sometimes it's an old lady. She's like, hi, George, and then just keeps skipping away. And you run to the cave, and as you enter in, you see a really dingy lab kind of cut into the stone walls. Pieces of metal and papers are littered everywhere. That stench is still there, unfortunately. But inside, you do find a kind of a workbench. Chauncey, do you go to take a look at the workbench?
You know I do.
Okay, perfect. As you were looking over all of the plans and things like that, you like are looking at the paper and you see the scientific formulas, which are very, very difficult, much harder than 10-year-old science. I'm gonna need a brains check from you. I want a brains check of 9 to understand the science.
Too easy. That's 3 dice roll here. First 2 is a 6 and a 1, so 7.
Oh, okay. Your first one
Plus
was
3, 10.
There you
Perfect.
go, on the dot. You able to you're like, huh? And you put the one paper down, and you put the other paper down, and then you move them both to the side. You're like, answer key, and you grab it. And perfect. You have all of it right in front of you. And as you are looking into it, you realize that the mind control that's been happening on the parents is gonna need to be shut off. Just destroying the monsters is not gonna cut it. You are gonna need to find some kind of satellite to send out a radio signal, a very specific one, to shut off the brain control. The best place to find that satellite? Of course, the French have it on the top of their mansion. They have a huge dish that should suffice. Oh, thank you so much, Curly.
So why? What happened?
Okay, well, as the real space person, the astronaut, not the fake space person, okay, we have to go and we have to find the satellite, which is going to be on the roof, and we're going to have to broadcast a radio wave signal that's going to break the mind control of all the parents. I thought it was through the monsters, but after doing this research and seeing these formulas, it's through the radio waves that we have to do to break it. Now, it started with the monsters, but that just doesn't dispel it, so we have to go through the radio waves, which is through the satellite, which is why we need to get to the roof.
That means we're gonna have to go by where all those bats live. All right.
Every time. Okay.
you're
You
telling
all-
me this isn't like Batman?
Maybe exactly like Batman.
Chancy?
All right. You are all heading back towards the mansion. You need to destroy the monsters. You need to stop Colonel Mustard. And you need to send out the signal. How are we going to do it?
Well, I mean, we can get up part of the side of the house if we use one of the spires. I think that would be a good idea. It's kind of a twisty, windy staircase. It feels like some of the steps disappear under your feet. But they can get you up to the top pretty fast.
So, Chauncey kind of turns. Is like, we have a reasonable checklist of stuff to do here. So, is this maybe where we split up, divide and conquer, or do we stay as a pack? Or do we split up, or do we stay as a pack?
Or do we split up? Maybe stay as a pack. What do we think, team?
Thanks, George.
I think there's powers in numbers. We should probably stick together, I think.
Okay.
Well,
I
somebody
think
has to get
Carly's
to the roof,
so
right?
dude. You should do whatever she
Thanks.
says.
Thanks, Brent. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
So then we
Okay.
all go together. We go to the roof. We fix the satellite thingy or whatever, right?
Mhm,
And then
mhm.
once that's done, the parents go back to normal, and then we just have to deal with whatever those monsters are.
Too easy. Done.
All right.
Too
To
easy.
the spire. Okay, so we of course grab the bottom of the screen, pull it up across to swire wipe to the mansion that you all have made your way back to. You were standing there, sword on the back of Carly, change dispenser on the side of George, baseball being tossed up and caught again by Alec, a baseball bat being smacked into palm by you, and same with the pool noodle. It's just a little less cool. On the side of Chauncey. But you are ready to storm the mansion here. George, is there some kind of door or back entrance into the spire, or do you just kind of have to go through the main doors?
Yeah, we can make it in through the back. Right
Okay.
back here. It'll take us through the kitchen and then right up through the spire.
Okay, wonderful. I am going to want a flight roll from all of you to see if you can sneak through undiscovered all the way to the spire. This is going to be not too hard to sneak through. They don't know you're here, so I'm going to say a 4. I need a 4 from everybody.
All right.
There's one odd, so it's like 1 in 216. Okay, good.
Nice. That's a 4 from CurlieQ. I like it.
I got mine.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a 7.
8.
All right. And I got a 3.
Okay, good. You guys are all sneaking along. The 4 of you and Montana are making it quietly. And George walks in and notices his ice cream machine. And he's like, oh, I could really... And you just hear a... whirr.
Don't worry. It's sugar-free.
Yeah. And as you're saying that, looking at the group, everyone else sees one of the green-headed monsters peek its head around the corner directly behind you, and you slowly turn and you see a giant monster. What do you do?
I immediately take the ice cream and I go to throw it and I take a quick bite like this, and I toss the ice cream at it and I try to dive out of the way.
Okay, wonderful. Roll me flight again here.
Great.
Another 4.
Well, is 1 bigger than 4?
It's not. All
Okay.
right. You, by the way, take 2 adversity tokens here for these 2 failed rolls. But as you're running to run away, with 2 of its arms, it grabs your ankles and it's starting to pull you back. And you have the classic trying to claw your way back. Does anybody try to help him?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go nickel this thing.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
It's just
okay.
time?
I got my nickel katana.
Okay.
ready.
I mean, Alec, you don't have to stick. If you want to make a break for it to the radio tower, you can too. And leave your friend behind. But
No. Yeah, we're
Carly-
sticking around. I'm frozen.
Carly, you are the protective babysitter, so that probably is the first person that would leap into action here. So you can definitely try to fight this monster back. You have a nickel sword now. You're gonna do some pretty lasting damage. I want a 6 on a fight roll from you. And remember,
Oh,
you
right,
get to
okay.
add your +3 here because
Okay, yeah. All right. You said a 6?
I do want a 6. Yeah.
4 plus 3 is more than 6.
That's a 7. Okay. Sick. You charge forward, you swing that sword, and you cut off 2 of its arms that spray green ooze and flop to the ground. And Frank, you are, George French, you are let free, and you are able to run and join your friends.
Okay. I ate the ice cream. Let's get out of here.
You had more? What you
I was like, didn't you throw that? And then he's like running up the steps.
Grab some more.
I made 2. You're fine. Okay. Carly, you are standing there at the bottom of the stairs to the spire with the monster directly in front of you. Do you stay in battle or do you try to make a break for it after it's hurt?
Do I try my luck? Oh my gosh. I have a 1 for fight or flight, so I feel like no matter what. Yeah. Like I could go either way. Let's fight this thing.
Okay, sick. All right, we'll jump to you in a second. The rest
Okay.
of you are rushing up the tower spire. You make it up. It's like 6 flights of stairs. You have so many elevators, George. It's insane that there's not one here in this spire. Absolutely absurd. But you rush up the stairs and eventually you make it to the satellite room. But in this room, this animal enlarging effect has happened on the bats up here. They are huge. You see like 4 bats with gigantic wings flapping and flying around, and as you open the door, they are screeching towards you. What do you all do? There is one like little mini computer that you know you need to get to send the signal out. I'm gonna need a brains check there. So we'll probably want Chauncey there. What is everybody else? Well, Chauncey, are you just making a break for it to the computer?
I've got an idea. I use my full noodle and I start spinning it so it's like a little nickel helicopter, and I use that to just kind of like
to clear the way.
To just try to clear the path to the satellite.
Okay,
That's
sounds
smart.
good. I will say to allow you to get to the satellite, but as you are starting to type, they are going to be coming after you here.
I'm just gonna yell, cover me! And then,
Bat! This is the best plan I have. Bat! They can't see, right? They can only hear. Bat! Bat!
I will say to Montana, I'll go say, speak a lot.
Okay, and
And
yeah,
I'll try
and
to
Montana
bark.
starts going nuts by barking really, really loud. And so you have George yelling back, the Montana barking, and you running around. Brent, what are you doing at this point in time?
Can I start swinging? Is that
Absolutely,
within
yeah.
my prerogative?
I think
Okay.
you're kind of like right behind Chauncey, just like if they ever get close, you're like absolute guardian defender here. Okay, somehow Spragels has found another way to roll a charm check. So go ahead and roll charm here. I like that a lot.
All right.
I have 6, I think, for these
I got a
bat
6. I got a 1 and a 1 and a 4.
There you go. Perfect. All of a sudden you're yelling, bat, bat. And then the bats turn to you and you can almost tell they're starting to scream, bat, but like in a screeching sound back to you. You've somehow found a way to communicate with the giant bats.
Don't hurt them. They're our friends.
Yeah. And Montana's like doing the exact same thing by barking at them and they're like, all right. One of the bats, though, has not been with the group and is charging directly towards you. Brent, I want a fight roll from you as a ferocious bat comes and you have a baseball bat ready to defend your friend here. I'm gonna say I need. Oof, this is a gigantic bat. I need a 7.
Okay, I have 2, so let's see. I got a 5
That's good to start.
and a 5.
Oh, a 10. Sick. How do you absolutely put this bat in the dirt?
So he's coming at me, and I
Yeah,
want
it's
to
like-
use like the other end of the bat to kind of like fake it out, and
Okay.
then duck, and then hit it.
Kind of like a little
Uh,
spin maneuver, and you
yeah.
smack it real good. Okay, sick. As you smack the bat, you hear a satisfying crunch sound, and the entire bat just slumps to the ground. And Brent, you look back, sort of nod, and Chauncey, you are busy at the computer. Roll me a brains check.
here we go.
To pull off this programming connection, I'm gonna need. This is one of the toughest things we've done yet. I'm gonna need an 11 from you.
Okay, 3 dice. This is our moment. Not a great start. Not a great start. A 2 and a 3.
Okay.
Okay.
It's possible.
It is
Is it?
possible.
That is a 5. So
No.
10.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no.
Does anybody want to help Chauncey in some way?
I can help, right?
Well,
Oh wait.
Oh,
we'll
you're
get to your
battling.
fighting thing. Brent, do you
Oh,
want
right.
to? You are.
Yeah, I can give him one of my tokens, and you get +2, which is enough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that puts us at 12.
Okay, so you use your loyal ability.
So Brent just like hits the machine hits the satellite with the bat real quick, and it just kind of and I'm like, oh yeah.
You just hear a push and you go move, and you just slam the computer, and you hear a boom, 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 and all of a sudden a signal starts playing out of the satellite. To be timely, it's probably Michael Jackson's Thriller. Starts firing out of the satellite and transforming out, and you believe you have been successful here, Carly. In the meantime, this monster has been very wary of you. It knows you can hurt it real bad and has been kind of cautiously moving up towards you. I want a fight check from you again. And keep in mind, you are still protecting your friends. But I want a 7 from you.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my adversity. tokens.
Okay, sick.
Okay, here we go.
Carly's in
I-
like fencing club.
I got a 1.
Okay, do you want to use your adversity token to re-roll it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes,
Okay,
Yes,
sick.
Yes. Okay. You said wait. You said a 6?
I want a 7.
Oh, 7. Right. 3.
Okay, but you get
Nice.
+3.
So that's
That's
6.
Ooh, not quite enough for your first roll here. So the monster is going to like try to grab the sword away from you as you swing into it, and it's getting hurt, but it's starting to rip the sword back from you. At this point in time, you're starting to be bested by this creature. What do you want to do? Do you want to run? Do you want to try to outsmart it? Is always an option.
I can outsmart it for sure.
Okay, roll me brains. This is gonna be a tough outsmart. It's in a winning position. I want a 9.
Okay. 6, 7, and another 6. So yeah, it's definitely.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay, so it's like a 13, I think, in the end.
Yeah.
You are able to pull off the classic use its own weight against it. As it rolls over, you're able to like basically tuck and roll backwards, and with all of your might, you just grab that sword and push. And if the camera was watching from the top, a nickel blade just wham shoots directly out of the monster's back, and it rolls off of Carly, and you just hear Carly as the creature breathes its last breath, and you start hearing the sounds of Michael Jackson's Thriller playing on everywhere around you as it's sent out from the satellite.
Heck
At that moment, all 4 of you kids rush out of the door, and you see your babysitter covered in goop from whatever this monster was, breathing heavily as she just freaking destroyed this terrifying monster.
We went up 6 flights of stairs. And then we went down 6 flights of stairs. Oh my god.
I
Carly,
just
it's
almost
time to lay
died,
down right
Alex.
now. We gotta
I-
go.
Oh, that's all, please. We're catching my breath.
Amazing.
Oh god, you killed it.
Yeah. Before it could kill me, it was a
Nice.
close one.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we started the satellite. Michael Jackson's gonna save us and turn our parents back to normal. But the question is, what are we gonna do about Colonel Mustard?
That's right. What are you kids gonna do about me, Colonel Mustard? And at the end of the hallway, Colonel Mustard, with the shotgun, is sitting there with the 2 creatures standing right behind him.
That's what I'm saying. What are we gonna do? Oh, he's right here. Okay.
That's a he's right behind me, isn't he? Moment.
Here's the thing, Pop. We shut down your whole operation here, so I think the best thing for you to do is just leave, right? Or have ice cream and then go.
All I gotta do is turn off that signal, and all your parents see it keep on being gobbledygook till the morning.
Colonel Mustard, why would you do this?
Good question. Let me monologue for a sec. He points the gun towards the kid. Ever since I was young, my experiments were always thought of as crazy, but I'm here to prove that they're real. And as he points to the sky and, is just trying to prove his point, but I am never gonna have my research revoked by mere children in a house I built with my own 2 hands. What do you kids do as there's 2 monsters headed down the hallway with Colonel Mustard in the back as backup?
So, if Colonel Mustard's in the hallway, that means nobody's on that hospital supercomputer, right?
Technically, yes, but you're gonna have to be very creative about how to get past him to get there, though, because this hallway basically led from the back door to the spire. So,
George, is there yet another way around?
Well, of course. I mean, someone could jump right through the oven and head through that passageway and make their way into another
the
sector
staff
of
kitchen
house.
oven, yeah.
But that obviously pours you out into the grand ballroom, okay? And that room's pretty creepy. I think there are ghosts in there, so I surely can't go.
Chauncey's gonna go through the oven, through the grand ballroom to the master computer.
Okay, so Chauncey just makes a beeline out of the room to go that direction. How about the rest of you? I want to hit Brent. What are you doing? Combat-oriented Brent.
I feel like I'm a little worried about Chauncey going alone because he's very small, but I want to fight the monsters.
All right, hell yeah. She just stepped forward menacingly, ready to go to town.
Yeah,
Sick.
I'm ready.
Alec, how about you?
As a fan of Marvel and Star Wars, I cannot not participate in a hallway fight scene.
Okay,
So I will. Alec, seeing his babysitter be brave and kill one of the monsters, pulls out his lightsaber that now glows,
Oh,
and
sick.
and then he grabs a tennis ball made of nickel and yells, "Go fetch Montana!"
Oh, sick.
And I'm gonna yeet it at one of the monsters, right? One of
Oh.
the slime bug monsters.
Amazing. I love that. All right, I want fight rolls from both Brent and Alec here. You're going to fight together, and I want a combined, I think I want a 15 from the two of you combined.
Ooh, we both have good. I've been only rolling my good ones, so I feel bad. I think we have a good chance, right? Do you have
Yeah.
a 3 or a 2?
I have a 2.
Oh God, it's so high though. Okay, so I'm gonna roll. Do you guys want? This is where we want to do this on camera. Do you want to do this?
I mean, go ahead.
Let's go. Let's get it over here. Okay.
Dramatic
Yeah.
effect.
So
Okay,
I
I
have
don't have.
some.
Yeah, that's okay, Bridget. We'll tell the truth, but it's all right.
All right. So this one, that's a 6.
Ooh,
Oh,
good
nice,
start.
nice.
Big,
Start.
big.
A 1. Oh no.
Okay, so you
I
have
thought
a
you had to
9.
get 8.
You have a 9, which means that we need a. What did I say? Did I need a 15?
I don't get a +2 or
15.
anything. I only have a 7, I think.
Yeah.
it's 7.
All right.
So I think, or do they get automatically +2 on that or something? Or
I mean, Brent could add a adversity token to give you a +2 there.
oh no, sorry. I did a 6 and a 1, so it's a 7.
Okay. 7.
Okay.
While
Brent,
while
you
they're
I don't-
fighting, I
don't
say
know if I have any
a
other
plan, and I
tokens.
kind of run a little bit to the side. I just want to let you know that that's happening in the meantime.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Towards the ice cream machine. Okay. Carly, do you join this fight as well,
Um.
or are you gonna
Yeah.
go with Chauncey?
I'll join the fight.
Sick.
Actually,
Roll me a fight.
wait. Should I? I think I should go with Chauncey because I also have brains.
Yeah. Okay. Sick.
I'm gonna go with Chauncey.
Okay, awesome. So you're gonna rush out with Chauncey, the two of you, and you are running off to the side, Jake.
I have a plan.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Brent, roll your fight check for me.
Okay. First one's a 1. I feel
Okay.
like my dice are rigged. Okay. And a 4.
Okay, so that is a 5 plus 7. That is a 12. Not quite enough. You say, "Fetch Montana," and you throw the ball, and Montana charges through and hits one of the creatures in the leg. And Brent, you run up and just swing your baseball bat into the other creature with a sounding blow. But as they screech back in pain, you look up, and you didn't do it quite in time. The creature swings one of its fists and hits you square in the stomach, Brent, and you fly back onto the ground, completely winded, and drop, and it hurts so freaking bad. Montana
Wow.
is grabbed by one of the creatures with both of its hands, and it lifts it up, and Montana looks back at you and whines, and then, Alec, what do you do to save your dog?
Oh God. Okay, so I have an adversity token now because we failed, right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Okay. I look. Who's in the room with me? Where is George going? French?
Honestly, I don't think you have time. Like,
No,
you
you're
just
fine.
have
Okay,
to,
I
like,
just throw a
act.
ball. Yeah, I would just throw another ball.
Okay, sick. When
And-
it's Montana on the line, I'm gonna give you an additional dice to
okay.
roll.
Okay.
And I
so-
want an 8.
an 8. Oh my God! On fight.
Yes.
Okay, so what is my adversity? That means I get to reroll 1 if I use it.
Yeah, you get to.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
reroll one of your dice if you use it.
Oh God, I'm gonna use the obsidian one. I don't want to do it. Okay. 4.
Okay, halfway there.
Oh God. 5.
There you go. That is enough. Immediately, I think all like terror and everything is wiped off the face of Alec. You grab whatever, hat you're wearing and you twist it around backwards. You're not Ash Ketchum, but you're able to pull back your ball and hurl it directly
is a
into the
good
creature's
Pokemon
face,
reference.
and you hear a resounding crunch as the ball slams into its face, and Montana drops to the ground and gives you a woof. as it's very happy you saved its life.
And I'm gonna run to the oven. Run!
And you guys are gonna make a break for it. Okay,
is Colonel
sick.
Sanders like bumping a shotgun, walking down the hall? Like, what's
Yeah,
happening?
He is.
Oh, no,
but-
and I see my babysitter, and everyone else is gone or leaving, right?
All right, George, what are you doing right now?
So now that they're coming towards us, I remember that this is that hallway where that lady got killed by that chandelier that fell. So as they start moving towards us, I start grabbing at the wall because I know that the rope that's barely keeping this chandelier up is somewhere near me. And I grasp for something, hopefully that rope, and I pull it, hoping that chandelier falls on them.
Roll me brains to see if you can recall this iconic time here. I want a 5 from brains.
Okay, we got 6 and a 4.
Let's go. 10. Double. You not only grab it, you George of the Jungle rope swing on that one as you like aim it by
brainy I am.
flying. Yeah, exactly. As the chandelier, I keep saying Pokemon, falls down onto the creature that was not hit by the baseball, and it slams and it starts burning, and the creature screams in pain as you land, and it also, the bright burst of light has created enough distraction for all three of you to run after Chauncey and Carly. Chauncey and Carly, you have now gotten out to the supercomputer and you are standing in front of it, and it is like nothing you have ever seen before. It looks like something out of science fiction. I'm talking like 4 monitors, like 5 monitors even. So many numbers and buttons and doohickeys. I'm gonna need a wild brains roll from the two of you. I need the biggest roll we have yet tonight. I want an 18 from the two of you combined.
Okay.
We can do this, Carly.
All right, Chauncey, I believe. Oh,
That's a
God.
1 to kick us off.
Oh no!
6.
I have a
Okay.
1.
A 6, 4, and a 1.
So
I have
11.
I have a 1, a 3, and a 6.
Let's go!
That's enough! Yeah, that is enough. You have a 10 and 11, which is 21 in total, and you were able to do it. You are just typing in numbers, calling out directions to each other about what to do, what lever to turn, what, crank to press. Not how those things work. But you constantly hit those buttons and doobsnax on the computer, and eventually you finally find a red button that starts levitating out of one of the panels there that just says emergency shutdown. And as soon as you go to press it, you hear a man shout from inside the room, like, "I would not touch that button if I were you two," as Colonel Mustard has returned as you were doing your computer doing.
Why? Why shouldn't we press the button?
That's who presses the button.
You press the button?
Yeah, like 100%.
Roll me grit. Roll me
Grit? Do I
grit.
have any of
I
that?
want a 6 in grit.
No. Okay, I have 1 dice. This is a camera roll, right? Let's do a camera roll on this one.
That's the camera.
1 dice, one chance here. That's a weird lap shot. Apologize to everybody. Okay, we're rolling right here. Come on. That's a 2. What a sad state of affairs that turned out to be.
You hear a loud bang, and Chauncey, your arm hurts like hell all of a
You
sudden.
shot me? I'm 10.
Your arm was shot by a shotgun. Colonel Mustard has fired the gun. However, you slam the button and the emergency shutdown begins. You hit it, and immediately you watch those 2 monsters rush into the room and dissolve. And they drop to the ground, and you're just like, tears are streaming out of your face as everything hurts, but you have shut down the monsters.
I believe I need to go to the hospital.
Oof, better you than me. I mean, what? Don't tell your parents.
Amazing.
When your older brother hurts you or something, your older sister's thinking, don't cry.
Don't cry. Be quiet. Don't tell.
What happens here is the 3 of you that were in the other hallway rush in. You see it, like, it frames in like black and white for a second as the gunshot fires, and you see Chauncey like kind of slump over and drop. What do the three of you do here, or Carly, about Colonel Mustard and this terrifying gun?
Okay, he has a shotgun, so now he's gonna have to reload his shotgun, which is gonna take some time. You three are coming in. We could jump this old dude.
Yeah, just
You
jump.
literally
on.
jump him. He just shot a
shot a
kid.
Yeah, he is hurt my
Okay?
friend. I'm running at him right
Hell
now.
We're gonna
yeah.
hurt his hips, his back, his kneecaps.
Yeah.
You
I'm
have a
good.
sword. You could kill him.
All right,
I-
so good. He's on cooldown. Okay,
Yeah.
LOL.
Oh, he's
Cass,
on
that was-
cooldown? I'll
Yeah,
say-
that was
I'll
super
say
funny.
for I'll say that I yell fetch for the shotgun. Let's see if we can fetch the shotgun.
Okay, sick. All right, all of you charge forward. I want a fight roll from every single one of you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, God.
One each? Oh,
One.
sorry.
I just want a fight roll from all of you, and together I want you to reach 15.
Wow.
I have a 1.
I have a 1.
All right, you're at 2 so far.
I got a 5.
Look at that shot. What are you all doing?
I
Crying, dude.
so I rolled a 3 and a 4.
Oh, that works.
So
That's
7
7.
plus 7 plus 5 is
Plus-
12.
No,
That's
Oh,
14
no.
total.
14. I'm like, I say, okay, so we try to rush him. It doesn't work. I'm like, we gotta get the gun. We gotta get the gun. Get me the gun. That's what I just keep saying. Get me the gun.
Okay.
He just really wants the gun.
I want to keep it.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to keep it? That's fair, yeah. So we like run to him, and
Uh-huh.
how does he like? He's like fending us off, or
Yeah, well, okay. Does anybody want to use any adversity tokens or anything like that to re-roll at this point in time to give a bonus?
Hold
Use-
on.
Yeah.
We are 1 short.
Yes.
Technically, can I join the fight by lobbing the pool noodle with my good arm?
Just like, yeah. Yes.
like
yes,
from-
you can.
All right,
Hi.
roll 2 dice and take the smaller one. Here we
Sure. Well, we are at 14, but yes, go ahead and roll
go.
that
It's a 1
bonus.
anyways. So it's a
Perfect.
1 anyways.
That last one, you all rush forward, and like the dog hits into him. Carla, you just Brent, you football tackle him. Carla, you get a good kick in. George, you get a punch, but you see he's like rallying back as the shell goes in, and he loads and he's pulling it up, and then a pool noodle hits him square in the forehead, and he just drops the gun, and George picks it up.
Yeah. I
Uh-oh.
scramble to pick it up. I open the gun. I just start nickeling it, filling the whole thing with as many nickels as I can right now, and then I cock it back and I point it at him, and I'm just like, money can do it.
Murder
And
time.
I take it, I pull it straight.
Money
Just say
can
gre-
do
just,
anything.
I thought you were gonna say greed kills. Just so many good options here.
What was the movie in The Color of Money?
Yeah, that's true. That did come
I know
out
what
this
the
month.
color of money really is.
Nickel.
Nothing
Okay.
happens to nickels.
Yeah, perfect. All right, you grab the gun, you fill it with nickels with your change dispenser, and you see the man is like returning to consciousness a little bit. He's like, "No, foiled by children. How could this be?" He screams, and then Montana just freaking domes him with a good double paw kick back to the head, and he drops to the ground unconscious. As you are all sitting there, after everything that has went on this evening, you take a quick moment to try to collect yourselves.
Yo,
you look
I'm
around.
bleeding out though, so like not too
Yeah.
quick, right? So like quick, real quick.
Yeah, we definitely.
I mean,
gotta
you had
be-
enough energy to throw a nickel pool noodle, but whatever.
Fine.
You're right. My bad. I'll fuck up.
is there any slime left? Do you think we could grow his arm back?
I mean,
It's not gone. Is it
It's
gone?
kind of. It's a shotgun. Like it's kind of.
It
a
wasn't
shotgun?
that. It wasn't that close though. It was more of a
It was
grazing.
buckshot
wound.
You have
from
some
you
color.
like you skidded his arm.
You have,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's
That's-
like a giant hole in your arm somehow.
No,
probably.
that's exactly what happens. As you guys all rush up to him, it's like a tiny little cut on the side of his arm. Like it barely hit him. And Chauncey full passed out and everything. He drops to the ground. Brent has more injuries from the large punch from the monster in the end.
look,
this time around.
guys, I think we did this, but nobody can know about what happened here. I don't know if the parents are going to remember this, but I know for sure I don't want anyone in my family knowing that my grandfather was still alive and did all this. I think the best thing we could do is take my grandfather and any of this weird stuff out back to that big hole that seems to never end and just throw it in there.
Okay, perfect. And as we come to the end of our movie here, the camera is just cutting to 4 children and their babysitter, very shiny various objects that count as weapons around them, and an old man being pushed into a hole, as well as some papers that you throw in, Chauncey. I think Carly throws in like a computer monitor. We have Brent, who just chucks in one of the entire green monsters, just hurls it in. And then we have Alec, of course, is going to be throwing in one of those like hospital beds and throws it down.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near this hole, and I start to, and I go,
Yeah,
now,
you're
now
like
I
a
understand
far away.
why we play in your basement only, because everywhere else is awful.
And
Can we do this
Jordan, you gotta
at
talk about your
Chauncey's
house.
house next time?
and as the final moments, we have George's father walks near the hole, looks at all of you and says, "Whew, heck of a party. Heck of a party." And walks back to the house. And that's where we'll end our session this evening.
Amazing. That guy
Cool.
ate a teenager. Or bit a teenager.
He bit him real good. We don't know what for sure happened.
We don't know
but
what
yeah.
happened.
We'll get the
Post credits. Post credits.
Yeah. Okay.
Brent is looking in the mirror before they go to bed that evening. And the 2 eyes come back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
good. Exactly.
That was good.
Amazing. Well, okay. Well, thank you again to the 5 of you so much for doing something very different than all of our normal content here on Unite Mics, but just having a fun Halloween-themed event. I love this holiday, so it was a lot of fun to have all of you play this crazy game with me. It was a really, really good time. All of you were awesome to play with. Let's just do a quick round of like plugs if you want to throw them to anybody who is watching. If you want to just say where people can find you on the internet, watch your content, follow you on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. Doobsnax, you're up first.
Yeah, at doobsnax on Twitter, but follow at Unite Mics. Follow the YouTube channel, and if you subscribe to Unite Mics here on Twitch, we donate all the money that the channel makes to different charities at the end of each month. We call it our Emote Initiative. So if you want to throw your Bezos bucks our way, make sure it goes to a good spot. Thanks.
Yeah. CurlieQ, how about you?
Hi, I'm CurlieQ. I stream on Twitch every Monday through Friday, mostly Unite, like 99% of the time. I'm also on Twitter, CurlieQ Gamer. Yeah, those are my plugs.
Sweet. Bridget?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitch at Bridget, and I tweet sometimes, also same username with an underscore.
Okay.
Pretty much it.
Fantastic. Sneaky Seal.
I'm the Sneaky Seal in all the socials with the tweets and the content.
Perfect. It's good stuff. Spragels, how about you?
Find me on YouTube, Twitch. I'm on TikTok for the teens, all the places.
It's on my TikTok every day.
Lots of Unite
Yeah, I
stuff.
know. Yeah. Yes, you've taken over my TikTok feed as well, Spragels.
I can't. I see no other live streams.
Yeah, it's. Yeah,
There's
I don't
no
know
one
what you're
else.
paying them, but you're
There's no
killing
one
it.
$100.
Yes. Well, awesome. Thank you, everybody. You can find me at Zoinks on Twitter, and of course, follow Unite Mics like Doobsnax said. Last plug: if you are a Unite fan and a player, and you want to play on a team, and you want to play in an event, we have a really, really awesome Unite for Extra Life charity tournament coming up very soon. That Doobsnax and Spragels and I are all going to be casting, and I'm sure a lot of other people are going to be playing in, doing co-streams or whatever. November 5th at noon EST, that tournament's going to kick off. If you are a streamer and you want to play, you can join the Tiltify team to get your community to help raise money for Extra Life and join that. You can, of course, watch the stream and donate money there as well. So if you are in the Unite community and you want to play in a really awesome charity tournament, Unite for Extra Life is the place to do it. And a really cool thing, I don't know if we've talked about this too much, the winner of the tournament, your winning, it is for charity, the winning team gets to decide which hospital the donations all go to. So very, very cool. If you want to win for like your hometown crowd, I mean, this is a 5-player team, so you're gonna have to decide where that goes. But either way, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for that tournament, so tune into that for sure. Otherwise, I think that is it for us. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and watching. This was so much fun. If you'd like to see more of this, let us know. I'd love to keep playing with more people, too. But all that being said, they are some of the best Unite creators on the planet. My name is Zoinks. This has been Kids on Bikes One Shot by Unite Mics, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Gotta catch 'em all.